What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, guys. We got to talk about this weekend's action. And it was action, baby. A lot of action this weekend. Boxing. Boxing looking good, you know. Was a lot of UFC action this weekend as well. Big upset over there on the UFC side as well, guys. We had two huge upsets this weekend. UFC upset, but of course, this Dillian White situation was much, 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 much bigger. So respect Povetkin, you know, put some respect on Povetkin name. Jed Kyle in the building. What's good, Jed Kyle? Iceman, what's good, Iceman? All I have to say is, wow. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. Alexander Povetkin, man, he gets all the respect in the world. You know, he did his thing. He did his thing. He shocked the world. You know what I mean? Badger clapped in Bellator. Yeah, man. Upsets in MMA, upsets everywhere this weekend. It was crazy. It was so crazy this weekend, but I enjoyed myself because I did commentary for the Dillian White Povetkin card. I was doing well, just the Katie Taylor fight. I didn't do the Luther Congo fight, but the Katie Taylor, I did blow by blow commentary for that, and then Dillian White as well. And then I went over there and hung out with my guys Odds MHQ for the MMA card. And man, that was good. We had a big upset there too. So guys, like I said, it was just, all around. It was a good night. It was a good night for sports, man. Good night for sports. Dillian White, however, does have another loss on his record, you know, another knockout loss on his record to Alexander Povetkin. And I want to talk about that too a lot because this changes a lot of things. Also, I had a brief discussion last night with someone about what this means to Alexander Povetkin's resume, and I think that it means a lot. I think it means a lot. We can change. People were saying, let's give Dillian White credit because even though Alexander Povetkin is old, or whatever, you know, he's still this and he's still that. So Dillian White should get credit. Well, in the same turn, it was Alexander Povetkin that beat the younger man. So, oh, sorry, echo. It was Alexander Povetkin that beat the younger man. So, in the same turn, we have to say, let's give Alexander Povetkin much of the credit he deserves because he's an older fighter. Look, Manny Pacquiao just beat Keith Thurman, and he got his credit. I think Alexander Povetkin gets, almost the same credit. The difference is Keith Thurman was an official champion, and Dillian White was an interim champion. So, I mean, if you want to point out a difference there, then okay, we can point that difference out there. Even still, he beat a man that was much younger than him when he's on his way out the door. And so, I know that there's going to be a lot made and a lot said about Dillian White and his situation. And of course, there as well, it should be because there's a lot to talk about concerning Dillian White and WBC, the Joshua situation, and all of that stuff. Okay. So we know the conversation's going to come up, right? But I don't want to lose sight of giving Alexander Povetkin his credit, bro, because this is going to happen, and that's unfortunate, but this is going to happen. A lot of people going to not give Alexander Povetkin his credit, or the fact that Dillian White is out of the three-man chase, so to speak, that's going to be an issue. There's going to be a lot of issues, concerning all of this, man. And so that's my whole. I mean, not my problem, but that's my whole issue with this. Even me, even me myself. Okay, so I did this yesterday. Let me move that comment right quick by J. Kyle. I did this yesterday myself. So I may be, I'm guilty of what I'm talking about now, but it's going to be more of an issue, and you guys know it. It's going to be a huge issue, and probably more of an issue made about this situation here, right? Than giving Alexander Povetkin his credit. I just believe that this will be a bigger issue here. The fact that Dillian White is knocked out of it, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I just say that I want to give Alexander Povetkin his credit. I want to do that, and I want to talk about what he can do from here. Talk about the fact that he's 40 years old and he's still beating guys in the top five. Like what Alexander Povetkin did last night, it should be a hell of a lot to say about that, man. It should be a hell of a lot to say about that right there, what Alexander Povetkin did last night. We're gonna hear about Dillian White. Now he can't interrupt Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, undisputed and all of that. Yeah, we're gonna hear that, guys. I mean, I gotta be honest. Again, I might be one leading the charge, so we're gonna hear that. And you know, um, but at the same time though, look, bro, what can you say? Dylan White, here's another thing. Here's another thing that's gonna be talked about. The Wilder situation. The Wilder situation with Dillian White. You know what I mean? Um, if he could have beaten Wilder or not, because if Alexander Povetkin could knock him out, then we know Wilder could have knocked him out. You're gonna hear that kind of stuff. You're gonna hear a lot of people start disrespecting Dillian White. I just had to get somebody straight yesterday about look, let's not disrespect Dillian White. He got caught. This happens. It's the heavyweight division. The dude got caught. Let's be honest about it. I'm not. There's going to be a lot of narratives, guys, and a lot of things we're going to hear coming up here soon. And I'm just going. I can tell you right now. I just feel like I'm going to be all over because I'm going to be defending Dillian White. I'm going to be coming down on Dillian White. I'm going to be defending Povetkin. I'm going to be coming down on Fury, defending Fury. Like I'm going to be all over the place because it's going to be so many stupid narratives thrown all around behind this. I can guarantee you now, y'all want to hear the whole thing. D keep the same energy, double talking D all of this because at one moment I'm gonna be over here protecting Dillian White, at another moment I'm gonna be over here trashing because there's many things that can be said out of this, but people are gonna mix when fights like this happen and upsets like this happen. You always hear a lot of foolery. Let's just put it that way. You always hear a whole lot of foolishness behind fights like this. All the time, man. You know, and that's the thing. That's the thing right there. And so I want to start it off like at least do be one of the first lives to let's give this man right here some respect. Alexander Povetkin for being 40 years old and knocking out a top five heavyweight. You see what I mean? Let's 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 make it about Alexander Povetkin for a while for as long as it's going to last. For as long as it's going to last, because again, I'm not going to sit up here and act holier than thou, guys. I'm going to keep it real. I jumped on this bandwagon last night. As soon as the fight happened, I made this thumbnail real right here, guys. I made this thumbnail for a video that I was putting up while I was on live after Dillian White got knocked out. I made this damn thumbnail right while I was on live with them, and I put it up. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. You know, I was a part of the issue too, but it's something that I see that's coming, that people are going to make it more about those situations than this guy. So I think that at least the day after the fight, uh, we celebrate Alexander Povetkin. I think we should do that because, man, he's going to get lost in translation. All of this is going to get lost in translation. The boxing world, the media, even myself, I gotta speak about it because everybody is going to speak about it. Um, we're going to start talking about the Dillian. We probably even will today. I mean, let's be honest about it. We'll start talking about it today, but it's going to get lost. Poor Alexander Povetkin is going to get lost in all of this, especially with this rematch clause situation and order. What he accomplished, what he did is going to get lost. And I think that it's kind of messed up, but that's just the reality of it. So let's celebrate, put some respect on Pavek. Let's do it today, dog. Let's do it today. After this man won the WBC interim from Dillian White, he was supposed to go in there and lose. He was supposed to go in there and get knocked out. You know what I mean? Let's put some respect on Povetkin. Let's talk about Povetkin. But all right, John, click the link, John, and come up here and talk about that. That's what I want to talk about. John Daly said Dillian is a good fighter. It's why Povetkin deserves so much credit. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk on it. Let's come up here. Dillian White's still a real fighter. Don't care what anyone says, but congrats to Povetkin, true vet of the game. Yeah, Dillian White is a good fighter. Dillian White, who was that? Was that you, Jay Kyle, that left that comment on the video I did yesterday? Don't lie, because I'm looking it up right now. If it was you, fess up. 'Cause I'm looking it up right now, Jack. I know one of you. Uh, hold up. Alexander, motherfucking Usyk. Yeah, I mean, Povetkin. Jed Kyle, was it you, Jed Kyle? Nah, it wasn't Jed. It wasn't Jed. Nah, it was Willie Boy. All right. Yeah. But no. Dillian White is good. He is good. And I've always said this, he's good, but I've also often said that I believe that Dillian White was a bit overrated, man. And I've been saying that, and I'm going to be consistent with it and continue to say that. And if here's why I don't feel like I was wrong, and this Povetkin fight proves that I wasn't wrong. I never said he wasn't a good fighter, but I kept telling people that they're rating Dillian White too high. They're rating him too high. His level of danger in the heavyweight division too high. If Dillian White in his prime is what people were saying he is, he was supposed to go in there and knock out Povetkin. He wasn't supposed to get caught like that. I know this is the heavyweight division. I hear all the soliloquies and anecdotes that people are talking about. That wasn't supposed to happen because this man is his junior. He has power himself, you know, but he was irresponsible. These are the things that I'm talking about that causes fighters to get knocked out. Dillian White was irresponsible. These are the things that I was talking about before Povetkin did this to him. Okay, and people, y'all can't sit up here and say, "Oh, well, Deontay Wilder ain't this." When he steps up in the level of competition, then we'll see what he really is. Well, let's pay attention to Dillian White that y'all want to throw on this fucking pedestal. Every time he stepped up to the higher level competition, this fool got knocked out. Every time. Step up to Joshua, knocked out. Step up to Povetkin, who would have been the best win on his record. Let's keep it real. If he had won this, this would have been the best win on his record. He steps up to Joshua, knocked out. Stepped up to Povetkin, knocked out. But y'all want to talk about how people hype up Wilder. Keep the same energy, because at the same note, this whole time, Unbiased will vouch for me. He came up here yesterday and he ate crow. And I was like, no, Unbiased, you don't have to eat crow because you keep it 100. But he came here yesterday and he vouched for me. I've been saying this, people, about Dillian White. Where everybody had Dillian White on this pedestal, I still got people coming to me on my videos and stuff. Whatever, Dillian White will still beat Fury. See? That type of silliness, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, look, I'm not going to keep arguing this. I'm not going to keep debating this. Some things are just, it's plain and simple. It's right there in front of your face. And you can take it how you want to take it. But it's simply put to me, Dillian White steps up to the higher level competition and he gets knocked out. Point blank, period. Once he steps up, he gets knocked out. Parker, Marius Vaught, Oscar Rivas. No, those guys were fighters, but obviously they weren't higher level of competition than Dillian White. When he steps up to a higher level of competition, he gets knocked out. What's up, John? What's up?
You all right, D? I'm not sure I totally agree with everything you just said,
Well, hey, talk about it.
but
Let's talk
I'll
about it.
break it down. So, first of all, it is heavyweight boxing, and I don't think that can be ignored. Um,
Nope.
I was on Beats' live last Sunday, and we were talking about how we felt Povetkin was the most skilled and had the best ring IQ of any fighter, including Joshua, that Dillian had been in the ring with, because when he fought Joshua, Joshua was green, and so was Dillian. I think they've both got better since then. Um, Dillian was doing well. I had him winning. He'd put Povetkin down twice. The biggest criticism I would have had against him was it looked to me like Dillian hadn't seen what brought success against Povetkin when Hunter had fought him. Dillian was landing his jab to his head pretty well. But if you go back and you watch the Hunter Povetkin fight, what Hunter was doing was when he was landing the jab, he was throwing the right pretty much immediately. So he was blinding Povetkin with the jab and landing the right well. And Dillian wasn't doing that. Or if you watch the AJ versus Povetkin fight, what AJ was doing was jabbing him to the body to just disrupt him, and as a bit of a distraction when Povetkin was coming in, and then he was mixing it up and catching him with left hooks as he was coming in, and keeping it long. And Dillian wasn't. He was doing it. He was throwing rights to the body, which I thought were effective, but it was bringing him into the pocket, which isn't necessarily the best thing to do. But it was a split second. That was such a good piece of boxing from Povetkin that I'm not sure it means that Dillian White isn't a good boxer. I just think it was a fantastic move that he did.
Okay. You finished? because I don't want to cut you off. But listen, man, I want to say this, and I get you, John. But I just and I get what you're saying, but it still doesn't sway
But keeping it
uh
100, I
how I
haven't ever
feel about
said
the situation. And here's
100%
the
believe
thing.
it.
So, damn, John. Okay, yeah, but let me. You know, I was kind of quiet and let you go. Let me get this thought out, fam. Maybe you'll get what I'm saying. Here's the thing. It's like I tell the fans when I'm talking basketball. It's two sides of this thing. It's two sides of every sport. Most of them, anyway. Offense and it's defense. Okay, this sport is definitely that applies. And as I was saying earlier in this live before you jumped on, there have been things that I've been consistently saying about Dillian White that is going to get him into trouble or why he's overrated. You can sit here and explain how it was just the fact that Povetkin made a good move or whatever. But I'm not going for that, though, because I've seen Dillian White get caught with shots like this with guys that don't pack the power that Povetkin packs. But I've seen him get caught with shots like this from guys with lesser IQ, lesser skill, less skill than Povetkin. But Dillian White, this same fighter, was getting caught by these other guys, fam. They just didn't have what Povetkin had upstairs in their fucking brain to land that shot flush. Because punch placement also adds to the effectiveness of the punch. And that's where Povetkin's IQ, experience, and everything else comes in. So these other guys of lesser talent were still landing these type of shots on Dillian White. The technique, the punch placement, the timing wasn't the same because they're not Alexander Povetkin. And one thing that's important, no matter how old Alexander Povetkin is, just like every other fighter, power is the last thing that goes, my friend. They all tell you this. But Dillian White has had these deficiencies. And Unbiased came on here yesterday, and I've been talking about these deficiencies before he's come up to an Alexander Povetkin. So I'm saying here, and I'm talking about this, let's give Povetkin his credit because it's going to get blinded, which it's already starting to happen on this live because we're talking about how Dillian White is still good and why he lost. And this is what's going to happen to Alexander Povetkin. This is why this live is actually about praising and the praise of Alexander Povetkin and his achievement because everything is going to get lost in what Povetkin has done because everyone's going to want to sit here and baby and coddle Dillian White and talk about his situation and how he's still good and how he could still be Fury or Wilder and how he's still a factor and all of this. And I'm
Well,
going to talk
D,
about hold on. And I'm going to talk
well,
about
just let me
how
come back on
he's
this.
hold on. And I'm going to talk about how he's not a factor in this for undisputed no more. And the fact that Alexander Povetkin has done something great will get lost. Go ahead, John.
Okay, well, I've said all along throughout the whole build up to this fight how good Povetkin is, and I felt that people weren't recognizing how good Povetkin is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the deficiencies you're talking about with Dillian, I agree with. I've put in comments questioning Dillian's punch resistance quite frequently. My biggest criticisms of Dillian were gas tank more than anything because it was always late in fights he was getting dropped. So against Rivas, I thought he was boxing really nicely. And as he started to gas, Rivas started to get in. And as he started to gas, his defensive, his his ability to remain defensively responsible started to drop off because he was gassing. So I wanted to see what Dillian's gas tank was going to be like, but we didn't get the chance to see that. But I saw improvements in Dillian up until when he got knocked out yesterday. But I don't want to take anything away from Povetkin. I don't want to take anything away from Povetkin because I was talking about how
Well,
good and
yeah,
how
he
skilled he
looked
was
great.
last week before the fight. And he did. When I say it was an amazing piece of skill, I think if Povetkin does that to Fury, Fury's in a world of trouble. I think if he does that to AJ, he nearly did that to AJ in the first round when they fought. What Hunter did was actually the better tactics against Povetkin that I've seen anybody do. But Hunter doesn't have the power, in my opinion, to actually finish him off. So if you're going to look at a game plan of how to fight Povetkin, there's two ways to do it. You look at what AJ did, or you look at what Hunter did. And I don't see Fury doing either of those things. So I think Povetkin's skill level, he's an Olympic gold medal winner. I think in America, he gets slept on a lot. But the only person who's knocked him out is AJ. He went the distance with Vlad, and Vlad had to really bend the rules to beat Povetkin. It's a horrible fight if you go and watch it back. So no, this isn't about babying Dillian, because I've questioned whether AJ actually cracked his chin when he put Dillian out, and I'm not sure how Dillian's going to recover from this knockout. I didn't like the way he was just allowed to get up on his feet and walk around after that knockout. That could have a lasting impact, and he's going back into a rematch in 6 months' time, or less than 6 months' time, December. It's not even 6 months. The same thing could happen again quite easily. The point that the issue I had with Fury was refusing to fight is mandatory. But it wasn't actually coming out of Fury's mouth, it was coming out of the promoter's mouths, Bob Arum and Frank Warren.
Yeah. What's up, Brian?
Yo, what's up, D? Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a line from a movie here. All right. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. White man can't jump. That uppercut was a thing of beauty. I think we can all agree on that. The timing, it was perfect, right? I give Povetkin all the credit in the world. And Povetkin also was shown to a lot of people that might have forgotten. He got up the canvas twice, so he's just not as a great boxer. That guy is tough. That guy deserves all the credit in the world. Up to that point, though, Dillian Whyte did control the fight. He controlled the pace. He was using a good jab. He had a high guard. His timing on combination shots was good. Decent head movement throughout the fight. You know, he was outboxing Povetkin, but Povetkin was calm. He took his time. He didn't panic when he went down twice in the fourth round. He didn't panic. Both fighters fought well last night, and I don't think we can. What we saw last night it wasn't a punch from the gods. It was a very skillful, well-timed uppercut. That's what we saw last night. It was beautiful. Not a lot of fighters could land that punch as flush as that and have that effect, because that is experience. That's just someone who is confident and believes in their own ability. And Povetkin had that last night. It was beautiful. And I am not going to hear and criticize Dillian Whyte because I think if he lands that punch on most heavyweights, most of them would get knocked out last night.
Oh,
They're all
for
going
sure.
down. They're all going down. It would only be a question of whether they could get up.
Yeah. So we can't be in here and just totally destroy Dillian Whyte's character, but at the same time we have to give that credit. And I don't think that's an accident, that uppercut. I think that's a guy who has boxed his whole life and is confident in his ability and his skill. And, that's where I give this guy credit. And he has been slapped on for a long time on how good he has been. He is an Olympic gold medalist. You know, his amateur career. I think he only lost 7 fights in nearly 200 fights. You know, he's well schooled, he's well drilled. Like, you know, you got to respect someone who's been boxing for as long as Povetkin has. He's been around the game for years. He's fought the best. I don't think he's ever ducked anybody in the heavyweight division. He's never really been punished in all his fights in the heavyweight division. You know, Michael Hunter gave him a good fight. You know, Vladimir Klitschko beat him. You know, Joshua knocked him out. You know, but he hasn't really been punished, right? Bar the Joshua knockout, it's not like this guy's taking a lot of punishment. People say he's 41. Well, that is also a big factor in it. You know, so I give that man credit. And Dillian White, from the Joshua fight to this fight, he has improved so much. You know, but and I thought White might win it lit or on points. That was my prediction, right? But on every stream I said, right, my heart said I want the Povetkin to win. My head said Dillian White, and I always went with my head on that, right? But that was beautiful. And I think we can all agree that was beautiful. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Welcome back, boxing. Hashtag, I'm going to do it, Baba Yaga. Hashtag, come back to boxing.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Iron Cone? What's up, Jedi? Iron Cone, what you think, bro? Uh Alexander Povetkin shocks the world, Iron Cone. What you think, fam?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a decent fight going in. I was disappointed that Alexander got put down twice. I didn't like that at all. And then he came back and showed why this man is somebody who people ducked. Certain people who were the baddest man on the planet ducked certain people. And this man came out and did a perfect executed punch. He jabbed. Dillian White tried his right hand. He ducked, uppercut. And it was perfect. Alexander said he drilled that punch multiple times from left or right. He said that in his interview. So he was looking for that punch. And what's to say, man? It was to me, it was perfect boxing technique. And it's something you can show people. I think, was it Brian just now who was talking? Says this is something you can show people to say, look, this is boxing. It's not a sport that's boring or whatever. I think it was excellent. Congratulations to him. Dillian White, in my opinion, can come back and win, but he has to, be a bit more careful what he's doing. Maybe now he'll work that jab like he did with Rivas. He really didn't do like he did with Rivas. And congratulations to Alexander Povetkin. What can I say? It's a good punch.
Facts, bro. Crazy, man. Crazy upset. Crazy upset.
Yeah. I mean, but hold on though. Alexander Povetkin, with all he's done, beating Dillian, is it a huge upset or is it like,
It's okay. Well, let me explain why I say crazy upset.
Yeah.
Now, it's an upset for sure when you look at the gambling side of it.
Yeah.
Dillian White was heavily favored in the fight. It's an upset for sure when you look at the ranking side of it. Okay. Now, when you go to the hardcore fans, I was talking about this fight on the live during the Katie Taylor fight. I did live commentary for both of them. And I was saying, let's not get it twisted. Povetkin can knock Dillian White out.
Right.
So for the hardcore boxing fans, it's not the biggest upset in the world. John Daly and Beats was just talking about that he was much more skilled than White. So us, it's not the biggest upset in the world, but it's a huge upset. And here's another reason that makes it a huge upset, because the implications of what White had to do with the whole 4-belt undisputed, that whole scenario, right? He was right in line to be in play possibly for fighting Joshua instead of Fury, right? So that makes it an even bigger upset. You understand? So these things, this is what makes it a big upset to me. Not the fact that I didn't think that Povetkin could get it done. No, I thought he could get it done. I actually put some money on it, but it was through a fucking parlay. And then I had this huge upset in UFC last night. So Agapova got fucking stopped, which is crazy. She was, listen, Agapova was a minus 1,600, guys. Minus 1,600, right? Dillian White was only a minus 500. Agapova was a minus 1,600. So that tells you how much she was favored. But she was also on that parlay that I had with Alexander Povetkin on the upset, which if that ticket would have cashed in, I would have got $193 off of $1. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway.
But quickly though, before I get off, because I'm not going to be on long.
All right.
Big ups to Dillian because he spoke right after. And you know what Dillian White did?
Okay. All right, Carl. Hold on real quick. I'm going to let you get this off. But everybody else after this live is about celebrating and giving respect to Alexander Povetkin because he is going to get lost in this translation. Everybody's going to be talking about woe is me, Dillian White. Everybody's going to be talking about Dillian White and what he deserved. Like I said, the 4-belt undisputed, but let's praise Povetkin. Let's respect Povet. But go ahead, Ancon.
No, I was going to say, Dillian White gave Povetkin his props. You know what I'm saying? He said the man caught him with a punch, caught him with a move he didn't see coming, and he got him. So, yeah, Dillian White gave the man his props, so everybody else should give him his props. The man did what he did. Got up off the canvas twice and gave Dillian White that hammer. And that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to the man.
Facts, bro. Congratulations to the man. Big up. Now, this is why I let him go last, and it wasn't because I was holding off. It was because he called it. He was on my live when I was doing the live commentary. Boxing Judge said, I don't know what's wrong with all you people. Povetkin is going to knock Dillian White out. Everybody in my chat was like, no. Even me, I was like, I don't know about that one, bro, but he could. I said he could. So, Jedi got a point. Plus, and Jedi is my proof because he was on the live. I said, plus, I don't give a shit because I bet on Povetkin to stop Dillian White to beat him because I know it could be done. I said this on my commentary last night, so I don't care, bro. But Jedi is one of the only ones I know that predicted it. My man Toto, talk about it.
What's up, my brother D? Thank you for having me, Mr. Daly, Mr. Kong. What's up, gentlemen? Brian, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Listen. The reason why I looked at this like this was because you got to understand the man. First of all, I just want to say, enough respect, man. Enough respect to Dillian White, kid. Enough respect, brother. Don't worry about it. You'll come back, but I don't think you should take this fight right away, my man. You know what I'm saying? Look to see if it's a concussion because you look concussed, bro. And I saw your head hit the edge of that ring. And most of the guys that hit the head, hit the head at the edge of that ring, that's wood. My man, he need to go check that out. You know what I'm saying? His eyes kept flickering up during the interview too. So please don't take this year. At least take it in January or something. Give yourself some rest. But the reason why I called this fight was because you gotta look at Alexander Povetkin. First of all, my man only got 2 losses, and those 2 losses were to 2 unified champions. Isn't that a coincidence? Yeah, Vladimir Klitschko whooped his ass, right? Well, not really. It was a UD. But then the man who really put him on his pelvis bone and put him to sleep was Anthony Joshua. After that, who else do you think was going to be able to put this man to sleep with his pedigree? I mean, you take a look at his resume, you should have stacked, right? So you got to understand, just like I said with Manny Pacquiao, because this man is a veteran, it falls into the same slot, falls into the same funnel. The veterans in this era are always going to be on top simply because right now they are the elites. Everybody didn't pay attention to Povetkin. Povetkin's going to be the one now that's going to be sort of like the guy who says, you shall not pass. Beyond the gatekeeper, I'm talking about a guy who's got a strap and is going to now start, having people look at him like, oh, man, hold up. Povetkin? Now guys are gonna have to start hitting the bag harder. They're gonna have to start doing more roll work. They're gonna have to start, how do you say? Start making strategies now. This ain't gonna be just, oh, looking pretty for the weight scale, looking pretty, and then all of a sudden you give us a lackluster fight and almost every fight goes to UD. No. I'm glad that Alexander Povetkin and my man Dillian White put this display of boxing on, because that's how you do it, just like Brian Hawkins said. So, yo, congratulations, Povetkin, bro. You know what I mean? And just like I said, just like Manny Pacquiao, these vets, you give them a chance, especially with these guys whose real fault is their own because they just don't fight enough. This is exactly why this theory works. Thank you, D.
No doubt. No doubt. And like I said, bro, Cotto called this. Cotto called it. And you gotta listen, when somebody calls an upset, you gotta respect that, because the odds, if I'm not mistaken, I think that shit was like 1,100. And in the fifth round, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 3,300, a plus 3,300 that Alexander Povetkin stopped Dillian White in the fifth round. A plus 3,300, guys. You bet $1, you win $33 off of $1. You bet $10, you win $330. Are you kidding me? That's how wide it was.
Damn.
That would happen. You know what I mean? So when somebody makes a prediction like that, you gotta respect that. And Cotto made that prediction that that's huge, bro. That's massive.
Thank you, brother. And I also another reason why was the main factor. Like, this is why I hate boxing politics, man. Also, it's also a big distraction to these fighters, because Dillian White he turned more into his own political advocate as to give my title shot, instead of just being what he was supposed to be, which was a fighter. You know what I mean? And just continue to keep fighting, and eventually it would have come to you. You had to stay in your position as a fighter, but all these distractions, that's the word I'm looking for. All these distractions when it comes to the political thing, where they're trying to get that political gain to, I want this championship fight. It's my turn. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And it was crazy, man. It's just ridiculous on how he just stopped going for Wilder, went for Joshua. You know what I mean? That's what really hurt me.
I couldn't remember. Who that was, Luis Puente. That was Luis. Hell yeah. Luis, that's what I was saying, look. Because and this is why I said I want to put the respect on Pavek. That's what I want this now to be about, because I will be guilty myself, because I know I'm going to be coming at a lot of people about this whole Tyson Fury thing. I don't want to hear the shit from people, right? And this is why I say that. Don't even come to me. And Luis was just messing with me, but Luis, you got to understand, people are going to start coming at me with this, right? Because this is why I put the video up flaming Tyson Fury. And I'm telling everybody now, I don't want to hear this shit, bro. I don't want to hear this shit, because I've already flamed Tyson Fury about this nonsense about dropping the belt. And I got all of you guys as witness. But on the same token, when Luis did come to me, he was like, oh, well, why did still be Fury? Man, I went ham. I went all the way in. I was like, man, you must be out your damn mind. Because I've been saying this about White. Again, I'm all about Povetkin too. Respect Pavek, no doubt. But I don't think he beats Fury. I don't think Povetkin beats Fury. And this is why I was telling you guys I didn't think White. Now, styles make fights and all of that. But Dillian White, I said, was overrated. And I still think that he was overrated to where people had him at, to the level that they had him at. He is not at the level of a Povetkin. He is not at the level of a Joshua. He's not at the level of a Fury. And when I kept saying that people were overrating Dillian White, this is why. John Daly, I know you get ready to say something. You can tell me anything you want about what you and Beats were talking about Povetkin being at that level. I wouldn't disagree with you guys on Povetkin being at that level. But I'm disagreeing with the public and everything is that they had White at that level. White is not at the level of a Fury, of a Joshua, of a Povetkin. He's a level below them. And this is why when he steps up to these kind of guys, he gets stopped.
Yeah.
Well, my stance on it wasn't necessarily that Dillian was going to beat Fury. It was more what you said in your video, D. I think that Fury's had a very easy ride of it, and he needs to honour his mandatories. But in my opinion, I'm not that keen on the rematch, and I think Povetkin should just have the mandatory status, and then when it comes to it, I'll work out who I think's going to win. I was picking Dillian to win, but I've said I could see three outcomes: Dillian on points. I picked him to stop him late, or Povetkin to win by knockout. I thought they were all possibilities.
That's how I bet him. That's exactly how I bet them.
Yeah, the only thing I couldn't see was Povetkin winning on points. That was the only outcome I didn't really think was likely to happen. And I don't think AJ got enough credit for beating Povetkin when he did. AJ's, when he fought Povetkin, a lot of people said Povetkin was old, he was past it. And I didn't really agree with him at that stage. And I
You
wasn't
can't
necessarily...
agree with them. Those people are idiots. I ain't mean to cut you off, but they're fucking idiots because they said the same shit about Manny Pacquiao, and he goes in there and knocks out a young Thurman. They say the same shit about Povetkin, and he goes in there and knocks out a young White. So they're idiots.
If you look at Povetkin, Povetkin's been so consistent with his weight, especially for a heavyweight, for like 15 years plus. He's weighed between 220 and 229.
Yeah, I said that. I said that last night. I said he's Mr. Consistency, didn't I? Povetkin is Mr. Consistent.
He's a consummate professional.
Yeah,
and I would like to see Povetkin fight Fury because I feel he's earned his mandatory position. I don't know what's going to happen with the rematch with Wilder and Fury, but that needs to hurry up and happen.
Yeah. I guarantee you, right? I guarantee you there was a rematch clause of White lost last night because that seems to be the way Eddie Hearn does his business. If his fighter loses, there's a rematch clause. So
I'm not going to blame Dillian. Dillian was definitely the A side. Sorry.
Yeah, let him finish. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm just saying, right? I only ever hear Eddie Hearn talk about a rematch when his fighter loses.
Oh, well, yeah. See, but here's the thing. If your fighter loses, these rematch clauses, this is what people got to understand. These rematch clauses are signed before the damn fight happens.
Yeah,
if your fighter wins, you're not going to hear them come out and talk about exercising the rematch clause. But if the fighter loses, then of course they're going to talk about exercising the rematch clause. But it wasn't as if the rematch clause came about after they lost. They signed on that before. And I keep telling everyone this. A lot of people keep saying that Dillian White or whomever, his camp that it could have been that they were overlooked. I don't want to hear that shit. They were not overlooking Povetkin at any level.
There's no way they were overlooking.
Hold on. They were not overlooking Povetkin at any level at all. Don't start this dumb narrative about they didn't take it seriously. Look at the shape Dillian White came in this fight. Look at his performance in this fight. Dillian White was working that jab beautifully. He knocked him down twice. I don't want to hear shit about he didn't take this fight seriously. Bullshit. Don't start that narrative up. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Go ahead, John.
I don't want to hear people criticizing Xavier Miller either, because if you listen to the advice Xavier Miller was giving to Dillian, he was telling him not to engage with Povetkin in the corner before that round, even though it just knocked him down. So I thought Dillian looked better under this trainer. Yeah. He just got beaten by somebody who's a highly skilled boxer, and the perfection of that punch, like Brian's described it, you couldn't really do what Povetkin did any better. The feint, the move, the timing, the accuracy of the punch, the technique of the punch itself, everything was just perfect. It was planned. He did a very similar move. The move that made AJ's legs buckle when they fought is very similar. He didn't land it quite cleanly, and if he had, he might have beaten AJ. I mean, Povetkin is that good, but his limitation is his size, so he has to get inside you and do that to you. But age has got nothing to do with it. I think at heavyweight you can be a force at 40, particularly when you've clearly kept yourself as well as Povetkin has. And I think Jedi pointed it out. He's had 2 hard fights that he's lost. Other than that, he hasn't really been in really bad wars.
Hello?
Yeah. No, I thought you was getting ready to say something about Brian. No, but anyway, yeah, no, I agree with you, John.
I just want to say that those that are going around trying to make excuses, like my brother, you know what I'm saying, like my brother D just said, you know, you hear people talking about, oh, he wasn't ready, and then, no, listen, like Iron Khan just stated, peace to you, brother. He already has stated that he was ready for, you know, for the fight. He trained real hard for it. You can see, bro, my man was chiseled from the gut up. You know what I'm saying? From like the top of his sternum up. I mean, he still had a little barrel keg belly and shit, but you know what I'm saying? He's a heavyweight, he's super heavy. So, but the whole point is, you know, we cannot discredit any of these men, especially the victor. That was a very strategic fucking uppercut. My man was not doing the Danny Garcia look to the left while you throw your left. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't praying to Santa Maria, nothing. My man stood right there, leaned to his left, and gave him the left uppercut. Pop, right under the guard and under the launched punch. You know what I mean? That was an elite punch, man. And those that listen, this is all I gotta say. I say it in every fight. If you don't believe, just hit that rewind, and watch it in slow-mo. That's all I can say.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it was calculated, and that's just boxing. That's just boxing at its finest. And you know, Alexander Povetkin is proven over and over again that he's a good boxer. The thing, like people have to, he's a good boxer with power. Guys, like this guy can box and he totes a punch with it. Not only did he can box. Go ahead, John.
And the
Bro,
ring, his ring IQ is fantastic as well, because he's consistently put that move on people. What he did to Pricey wasn't very different. And Pricey had him hurt, and he just came in and landed a 3-punch combination, got inside and opened him up. And he consistently does this. It's what he does. But when you're
yeah.
a short fighter, like Alexander, if you are a short fighter like Alexander, you should go and watch him, because he's always trying to do the right thing. And often in sport, if you're trying to do the right thing, you're going to get a good result.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man. I just gotta say, man, I for one, like the 4th round when he knocked him down twice, and I seen that he still had his legs, I was like, okay, he still has a chance. Then when
Yeah,
the fifth came, and I seen him closing the gap, right? Real slowly, and then pushing. He kept pushing White against the rope. Once I seen that, when White launched his left, my man leaned to his left and threw that uppercut right in between the sweet spot, bro. It was like he saw targeting mitts at the time, like he remembered training. Pop. And that head just said, he looked like a Pez dispenser. And he just fell back, kid. I was like, whoa. Now that's what I'm talking about. I seen it, bro. I seen the whole thing. That's what he was waiting for. He just had him cornered, bro. He was closing the gap. Once because I think he's seen that shot during the 3rd and 4th round. He tried to do that uppercut so many times, but the thing was that he didn't have him cornered as to where he wasn't going to be able to move anywhere. Once he caught him there where he wasn't able to move anywhere, bro, he closed to his left where he wasn't able to dip and caught him. I was like, damn, that was sweet, bro.
yeah. Ayobs said White was boxing great. It was just sloppy from White trying to counter. Look, man, White was boxing great. but the sloppiness. There's two things I want to say about it was sloppy from White trying to counter. First, I want to say this: Povetkin led White into that shot. So I don't want to make it like, oh, Dillian White just slipped up. That's why Povetkin caught him. No. Povetkin was Jedi, I agree with you to some extent. He was trying that uppercut. I did see him try uppercut, but what he was mainly trying in that fight, and I agree with you too on the knockdown, because you was in live with me. When he got up after that uppercut, I was like, nah, he all right. That was almost a flash knockdown. Povetkin good. That was after he got, so I agree with you there. But here's the thing. Povetkin was trying more to time White with that overhand. That's what he kept doing. He kept hitting that body and trying to time White with that overhand. And Dillian White was getting under that overhand. He was getting under that overhand, and he kept catching Povetkin. And I kept saying that. I said, see, White is getting under that hook by Povetkin, and he's trying to catch him with his own overhand right. And so that's when you notice, probably, I think what you noticed, Cotto, where he was like, okay, well, if he's not letting me get this, then I'm gonna catch him with this uppercut. That's what gives White, Povetkin, like John Daly says, this is where IQ kicks in. Because he was attempting to catch him with that hook, but White kept slipping that. And he was trying to make Povetkin pay with that overhand right that he throws. But if somebody keeps dipping down, what's the perfect punch to catch him with? An uppercut.
Yeah,
Right?
and all he had to close the distance. That's all it was. He had to trap him. He had to trap him, and he did.
And if he's backed up against the rope, there's no way for him to back up away from that uppercut. He's right there. You see? So like that's the perfect punch to catch someone who keeps dipping down, The perfect punch to catch him with is an uppercut, because you're gonna catch them before they are able to dip down. You're gonna catch them coming up. Okay, and like Cotto said, White couldn't back out of there. He was up against the rope. But it was that hook combination, that was combination body hook that Povetkin was throwing, that White kept slipping, and he was trying to come over the top and hit Povetkin with that right hand. So I don't know, man. Like John Daly said, if you watch that fight, if you watch the way Povetkin was fighting, the guy has great ring IQ, man. Generalship and all of that.
Hell yeah.
He has great ring IQ.
Hell yeah. And I also said this to myself. I said, and this is no triangle theory. I always do this with the resumes of who they fought and who they're going to fight, and then try to take one specific one and try to match that style. And I think the closest one where I can say that he's seen that style already before was Hasim Rahman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? And I said to myself, if he fucking TKO'd Hasim Rahman, I'm more than sure that he can pull it off with fucking White. And look what happened. That's exactly, like I sat back and I said, wait a minute, hold on. He's seen this style already.
Yeah. Yeah. And Ayobs, to the second point, the sloppiness. This is what I was saying about Dillian White now, prior to this Povetkin fight. And John, this is one of the things, not the only thing, but this is one of the things, one of the deficiencies that I was talking about Dillian White, and why I'm thinking people overrated him too much, because he has shown this. And AI, before you came in here and made this comment, I was just talking to John about this earlier. Dillian White has shown this propensity to be sloppy that way against lesser opponents. And that's a deficiency on Dillian White. It doesn't have anything to do with how good Povetkin is. He has shown me these deficiencies of lesser fighters fighting him. And I'm like, bro, if they had more power, they would have given him problems. I've seen him hit with this uppercut from lesser fighters. I've seen him hit with hooks and such from lesser fighters. And I'm like, people putting Dillian White way too high. I was talking this shit about Dillian White for a month. Especially when people keep trying to tell me, Tony Reviews come up here and try to argue me down about how Dillian White would put Tyson Fury to sleep. Stop it, bro.
Bro, I gotta testify. I gotta testify. You were there. Yes, you was telling people, you know, yes, White is at a range, but not at the range. I was there, bro, and I agreed with you. I was like, no doubt. You know, like they're
He's
putting a
not
little
on
bit
that
too.
level, bro. Like they were
Yeah.
putting him too high. Povetkin, especially after tonight, you can give him credit for being at the top level of these heavyweights, the top level. But Dillian
Yep.
White, I wasn't giving him credit for being there. Not on the level of Joshua or Fury or Klitschko or a Povetkin. He's not. I wasn't giving him the credit of being that caliber of boxer where other people were. So when you're telling me a guy who's a step below this caliber, don't fucking tell me Fury's not at that caliber. Usyk's not at that caliber. Joshua's not at that caliber. Now Povetkin's at that caliber. Don't tell me they're not there. But I was consistently saying to people that White is not there. He's a step below that. He's where Ruiz is. He's on that level. On Oscar Rivas, why that fight was a good fight. That's the level he's on. He's not on the level of Joshua Fury, Povetkin, Usyk. He's not on that level, fam. And so don't fucking tell me that he's gonna beat my guy Fury. He's too sloppy. This sloppiness that what's up, Virtuoso? This sloppiness that AOPS was talking about. I've been pointing this shit out about Dillian White of lesser opponents. And a guy like Povetkin at the skill level that he's like, he's going to be able to exploit that type of sloppiness and do what? Put White away. And that's why this fight happened, because it was White and his deficiencies. Yes, Povetkin is at a top level where he can exploit these deficiencies. This is why we have to respect Povek, because he is at the top level of these fighters where he can exploit deficiencies in fighters like this and utilize it against them and put them away. Anthony Joshua can exploit these type of deficiencies and put them guys away. Alexander Usyk, if he can prove his chin is good versus Jasora, he can exploit these type of deficiencies in Dillian White and beat him, right? Jasora was beating his ass for 11 rounds until Dillian White stopped him. So
Yeah.
Usyk would be able to do it.
Yep.
Tyson fucking Fury is at that level. So stop fucking telling me that this deficient fighter would beat Tyson Fury. Fucking stop it.
Well, you got to see it like this, Tyson. Look, we got categories for these fighters, with these heavyweights, bro. Right? So now, like when we look at where should we put Dillian White, right? And if we're gonna compare him, well, of course, his competitiveness, we got to give him a sort of like a Ronnie Lyle, even though he had a title, White. We got to put him sort of at a Ronnie Lyle sort of department, which is very good, but yet at the same time.
I can't even put him at Ronnie Lyle because Ronnie Lyle had a title. Did White?
What happened?
Did White have a title? Ronnie Lyle didn't. Ronnie Lyle win a title.
Lyle never won a title.
He didn't win a title. Okay.
Never. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can put him at that. That's what I'm saying.
He can be at that level.
Yeah, like at the great contender level. He's a very good contender. This is a
That's
dude
all
that.
he is.
Yeah.
That motherfucker has not won a world title yet, and they're gonna tell me that he'll beat Fury, who has won every fucking title there is to win. Man, y'all people are crazy. This fucking dude, Dillian White, will be. Come on. He never fucking won a world title. Every time he stepped up to Povetkin, knocked the fuck out, stepped up to Joshua, who's won fucking every title but one of them, knocked out. But Fury, who's won every fucking title there is to win, Dillian White's just gonna beat him, and he can't find a way to winning a title. Our people need to stop it, bro. Stop it.
Hey D, I gotta pop off.
All right, Brian. Appreciate you coming on. The A side in the building. What's up, A side? You on? You're on.
Yo, what's
there.
up? What's up?
What's good?
Not much, man. Yeah, Dillian's fought 3 former future world champions. He's gone 1 and 2. He beat Parker and he lost to Povetkin and Joshua.
I don't care. Look, fuck Parker. And I'm gonna tell you like this, Mark. Yeah, fuck Parker. Okay.
Parker's a good fighter.
Okay.
Why, bro? He's
All right,
pretty.
hold on,
He's pretty okay.
guys. One at a time. We've been doing this one at a time. Let's keep it one at a time. If anybody want to go, they can go. But I'm going to get this fuck Parker out and explain why I'm saying that. So, if anybody want to go, or they want to let me get this out? Okay. Now I'm going to reiterate, and Mark, I love you to death, but not this time. Fuck Parker, because Parker is not at that level. Yes, I did say what I said about him stepping up to a champion, but I also said stepping up to the level of that guy. Parker is a level beneath the Joshuas, the Tyson Furies. So fuck Parker and that belt, that championship. Fuck that. He lost twice. When he stepped up to a guy that I would consider better than him or getting over that hump, he fucking lost the fight. Fuck Parker, because he is not of that. I don't put Parker up there with Fury, with Joshua, with Usyk, with the best guys. I don't put Parker up there with them, me personally. And I don't put Dillian White up there. I have him a step below that.
You put Usyk up there?
I say, but Mark, maybe you jumped in a little late. I said Usyk, if he proves himself versus Chisora, yes, I do put Usyk up there. Yes, I do. Because he's already proven himself to have the skill set. I just need to see if he can take the punch and he can win a fight. If he does that, yes, I put Usyk up there, but I don't put White up there.
Well, I mean, if he beats Chisora, that's good, but does that mean he beats Povetkin? Or,
But Mark, but then if I just said that Povetkin is up there at the top guys too, why would you even ask me that? That means that would be a good fight, wouldn't it? If both of these guys are at that level, where we consider them the best guys, but Dillian White's a step under there, why would I just automatically be saying he could beat Povetkin? That would be a fight we would need to see. Isn't that what it would be saying?
Well, do you put Povetkin in the same mold as Joshua and Fury?
We'll see you jumping in the conversation.
No, I'm just asking.
Well, okay, hold on. And I'm answering because you're jumping in the conversation late. I already have. I said Povetkin is there. Joshua's there. Fury's there. And if Usyk can beat Chisora, he is there. This is what I said before you jumped on.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So that's my whole point. Like, not before Povetkin beat him, not now. I have never had White there. This is what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. I've had Fury there. Fury's been there. Joshua's been there. I've not had White there. I've said he was a step below this. But people were overestimating this dude, overrating him, saying that he's this. People say he'll beat Fury. And I'm like, bro, if he's not on these guys' level, are you just going to tell me he's going to beat my guy Fury? Fury's on the level of a Joshua. White's not there. Povetkin just put a stamp on that for me. He just stamped it. He just stamped what the fuck I've been telling these people. White is not there. So thank you, Povetkin, because he has stamped what I've been saying. So stop fucking telling me that he's going to beat Tyson Fury, because Fury is there. He is at that level. He's at that top level. Every time White tried to beat a guy, as Povetkin, who's at that top level, as Joshua, who's at that top level, as Parker, who's not at that top level, but Joshua and Povetkin, who's at that top level, he has failed. He failed. Fury beat Klitschko. Hold up.
No, I was going to say I agree.
Hold on. Let me finish. Fury beat Klitschko. Klitschko was considered at that top level. I don't give a fuck. I never considered Wilder at that top level. At a time, 10 title defenses and a whole lot of goddamn fans considered that man at that top level. Fury beat him too. And I feel like he can beat Joshua as well. But don't fucking tell me a guy like Dillian White, who I've never considered to be at that top level, will beat my guy Fury. Trash that goddamn thought. Trash it.
I don't know. I have to say White is at top level. He's just not at elite top level. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, you know, no, I'm just saying I got to give it to him. You know, fighting Chisora twice, that wasn't, you know, unnecessary, and maybe two others. But I'm just saying, with Usyk though, bro, Okay, people want you to explain how you got Usyk over White.
That's people that's not listening. So if anybody wants an explanation for that, then they're not fucking listening. Because Mark,
No, people are.
hold on for a second. Let me fucking respond to it, and I'll let you go. Because here's the thing, Kodo. Mark just kind of said something toward that, and I just said, and I'll say it fucking again for people who don't get it. If Usyk can prove it against Chisora, do y'all fucking get it now? I didn't say he is automatically, but if he proves it against Chisora, what the fuck? Are y'all gonna tell me he's not?
That's what they're disagreeing with you on. Chisora doesn't prove that you're top level up with Fury and Joshua.
No. Chisora doesn't prove that. I don't need Chisora is not the measurement. The punch that Chisora throws, that's the measurement for me. It's not the fighter. It's the power that he packs. You idiots that don't get it. So all of you fucking idiots that don't get what I'm telling you, it's probably because you don't break down boxing the way I do. It's the fucking power that Chisora possesses. If Usyk can take that power that Chisora possesses, the fact that Chisora is a decent boxer that can throw that power and utilize it. Just the power. If he can take that, you idiots, then yes, I consider him better. And if you don't, that's your fucking problem. You'll get it later on down the line when Usyk beats a lot of people's ass and probably some asses that White couldn't beat. You get it then. What the fuck?
Can I say something on the Usyk Chisora thing real quick?
Go ahead, say it.
Usyk could do something that would look madly impressive against Derek Chisora, and that's beat him and not actually take a real shot. Because Adja Caballel did, and Usyk's a better boxer.
Mark,
and then we still wouldn't know what his chin is like.
Bro. I swear, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Mark.
I mean, the whole argument is
hold on,
if
Mark.
he does it,
Mark,
ifs and buts and stuff.
Yeah, Mark, I get you, but understand this too. I also get you, dude. Okay, so I get what you're saying, but understand this. Outside of what you're saying, I also get you too. I don't give a fuck if Usyk does get in there, Mark, and dance around and don't take that punch. Because basically that would be saying, well, he still didn't take a punch, but he still beat him. Fuck all of that, fam. If he's slick enough to do that, then he's still better than White. Because did White get in there and beat him without taking a punch? Fuck no. He got his ass beat for 11 rounds until he knocked him out. I'm just saying, look, my point is this. If he beats Chisora, that proves he's better than White. So say what the fuck. I'm not going to sit here and... That's what I'm saying, Mark. You can do that, but that shit ain't gonna work with me.
I'm not trying to argue.
I know. Is that something that would actually happen? Do you see that happening? Usyk getting in that ring and not taking one punch by Chisora? Do you see that happening? I'm being honest with you now.
I've seen fighters do it to Chisora. I've seen Caballel.
Mark, do you see Usyk getting in that ring? I'll fuck all these fighters you seen. Do you see Usyk getting in that ring and not taking any punches from Chisora? That's what I'm asking.
Punches?
I do not.
Oh my God! Stop for a second and let me speak, please.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're over talking. You've said the same point 4 times. You've asked the same question. Right? Do I see Usyk going in there and not taking a single punch from Chisora? No, that's not what I said. What I said is taking a heavy shot. That's possible.
Okay.
I've seen that is possible.
Okay. Fine. Now, if he goes,
Chisora's bad at cutting the ring off against fast-footed fighters. We've seen it before.
Right. Okay. So if he goes in there and not take a heavy shot from Chisora, do you think? Would you agree with my statement or not?
No.
So if he goes in there,
because we know how good of a boxer he is, right? We know how good of a boxer he is. It won't show the one question, the litmus test on the chin, right? Against those top tier guys, Joshua cracking him or whatever. That's
not my point. Then you're missing my point.
No. You're not letting me finish my statement.
Well, you said no, but my point is not the litmus test on the chin.
I haven't finished. All
right, go ahead.
I've seen Caballel go in there and completely school Chisora. Do I have Caballel in that top elite level? No. That's why. I've seen people do it.
Okay, Mark. Have you seen fucking Cabial go fucking 4-belt undisputed in the weight below? Have you seen Cabial show the fucking skill set that Usyk shows in the motherfucking ring? No, the fuck you haven't seen that either. So if Usyk can beat a Chisora, fuck all of these semantics and that bullshit that anybody's talking about. I'm gonna tell you guys like this. If Usyk goes in there and beats Chisora, I don't give a flying ass how he beats him. Don't fucking tell me this guy's not ready and at that level, because to me, as far as skill set, Usyk has proven that he's at that level as far as skill set. I just need to know if he can be the heavyweight with the power of a guy like Chisora. Whether he gets punched by that shit or not, if he has enough to eliminate that power, if he has enough to utilize other skills where that power is nullified, then he's still fucking valid. So fuck all the bullshit arguments. Bring that fucking heat, anybody. If y'all want to have this fucking debate with me, come have this motherfucking debate with me. If you
Okay, fine. I'll have the debate with you.
Let me finish, and then you can go. Let me finish ranting, because I'm gonna get this shit off. Anybody want to motherfucking debate this with me? If Usyk beats Chisora, I consider him valid. You want to fucking debate it? Let's fucking debate it. Period. Anybody. Period.
Usyk's already taken a punch from someone who hits harder.
Yeah, no, I ain't. Whatever, man. I just said what I said. Period. I don't give a fuck who it is. If Usyk beats Chisora, I consider him at the top of one of these guys because he's already shown me his skill set. Period. The dude's cleaned out an entire division. All of these motherfuckers want to consider Terrence Crawford the best at 147 because he fucking cleaned out 140. But they don't want to keep the same energy about Usyk, even if he proves it against a good guy. What are they asking for Terrence Crawford to do now? Prove it against a guy. Prove it. Right? So I don't want to hear this bullshit, man. If Usyk beats Chisora, he's a provable test. He was beating the shit out of White. He was beating the shit out of White until White stopped him. If Usyk proves it against Chisora, I don't want to hear y'all bullshit. Come debate me about it to tell me he won't be considered. Get the fuck out of here, man. Dillian White ain't won a motherfucking title, and y'all motherfuckers had him top 5, and some of you had him over Wilder without winning a goddamn title. Well, Usyk has proven all of this, and now he got to go through fucking hell and high water to prove himself a heavyweight. Get the fuck out here with that goddamn double standard ass bullshit that go on in boxing. I'm not convincing me of that bullshit. Get the fuck on with that dumb shit.
D, can I just say one thing? Just one thing.
Yeah, go ahead, fam.
All right, I understand that the weight class below, he did what he did. You know, he got his accolades. I understand that. But you also got to understand heavyweight's totally different now, right? That's one. Two.
Hold
on. I just want to
that shit.
Hold on. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking in general. Everybody's eardrums is catching it right now. I'm just saying. You also got to understand as well that, okay, Terrence Crawford went to 147, but he's got 2 guys under his belt. Who does Usyk have under his belt right now in heavyweight? Right now.
Dude,
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm not putting him there yet. Don't ask me that.
Okay.
Ask these motherfuckers.
All right, hold on.
Ask me no questions, fam. I'm not putting there yet.
D, don't get irritated. I'm just saying.
I'm not getting irritated. I'm not getting irritated, bro. I get loud like this. Get used to it.
Okay.
I'm not getting irritated, but I'm not going to ask you silly fucking questions, fam, because I'm not the one putting these narratives out.
It's not a silly question because you ain't letting me finish.
It is to me because I don't think on that level. So it's silly to me. People think like that. So it's silly to me that people think like that. It's silly to me. No, it's a good question because people think like that. But it's silly to me because I don't fucking think like that. That's why I said it's a silly question. But it's a good question. It's a good question because a lot of these yahoos out here are thinking in that way, bro. They're not thinking clearly. But it ain't me.
I'm just saying. If we're gonna do it with that logic, then he's gonna with Crawford, and we knowing that Crawford has 2 under his belt. Then I'm just saying Usyk got to have 2 under his belt besides the Chisora. This is all I'm saying. Maybe a Chisora, and then let's just say even if he fuck a Wilder up, knowing that Wilder had a fucking title and he was up there on the echelon, the highest echelon, to me that would make him credible. He would need more than just one fight. This is all I was saying. That's what I'm saying.
But if you're saying that, then you misunderstood what I meant with the analogy. Period. If you're saying that, then you misunderstood what I meant by that. I'm talking about fans' perspectives, dude. Not your perspective. When I talk about these silly motherfuckers who make these dumb narratives, and I sit there and I tell you this, Kodo, and everybody else who comes on this panel, and most of the people in the Speaking of My Sports Talk family, would y'all come up with these stupid fucking narratives? No. But y'all know that the fans are going to come up with these dumb fucking narratives, dog. So you don't have to sit here and convince me because I know like you know. I know that it's different at a heavyweight division like you know. But these dumb fucking fans that sit there and celebrate everything or crucify Crawford, they're not going to use this logic. Either way you look at it, whether they crucify him or celebrate him, they're not using consistent logic when they think about these things. They're not keeping the same energy. And again, it cannot be me because I consistently keep saying if he beats Usyk. You keep saying, oh, well, he's got to beat this guy. He ain't beat these guys yet. He beat Hunter. Okay, if he beats Usyk, I'm good with that. Because at the heavyweight division, Hunter and then a guy like Usyk who could put away a lot of people, I'm good. That's enough proof for me. That's equal to me as a couple of guys that Crawford beat because Crawford ain't beat the top 10 guys yet. So I'm good after the Usyk fight. But I keep saying after the fucking Usyk fight. I keep saying that. After the fucking Usyk fight. Now, after the Usyk fight, and just like Mark said, no, well, I don't agree with you. Okay, fine, don't agree with me. But if you ain't going to agree with me, fucking tell me why. Because after the Usyk fight, he's going to be valid to me, validated.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
So Dig, let me just understand.
Go ahead, John.
Got a couple. Right, okay. Because the question marks I have about Usyk at heavyweight are threefold. So the chin is one issue, although I've never seen any sign that he hasn't got a good chin so far. How he's going to deal when he's the shorter fighter, because often at cruiserweight he's been the longer guy. So how is he going to cope when he's the one who's got to come forward? That's one of my questions. And how is he going to deal when his power won't keep people off? And I think the Derek fight for me will answer two of those questions because I'm not sure Usyk's power is going to keep Derek away from him. But Derek isn't very good at cutting off the ring. So it would be easy for Usyk to make him look quite foolish. And size-wise, when it comes to length, there's not a lot in it. I think Usyk might have a better reach. Usyk's got like a 78-inch reach, hasn't he? Which is a respectable reach at heavyweight. But how is he going to cope up against the 82 and the 85-inch reaches, where he's definitely going to have to?
Let me ask you something. Have we had fighters in the past?
So it isn't as simple as just being able to take a
can you hear
heavyweight
me?
punch
Can
for
you hear me,
me
fam?
with Usyk.
John.
I mean, he might answer all the questions. I'm not saying he can't do any of this, but
bro, can anybody else hear
seen
me?
him do it yet.
Jedi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear both of you. I can hear both of you.
I don't
think
know
it
if
was.
John can hear me or not.
I hear all
I can
three
hear
of
you
them.
now. I couldn't hear you before.
Yeah, you couldn't hear me because dog, you was like just right over. All right, fine. Okay, John, I will say this. Let me say this. This is boxing, fam. This is boxing. Floyd Mayweather faced guys that could knock him, slam the fuck out, that had longer dimensions, that were heavier hitters, bigger than him, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. But he won the fights. What I'm saying is this. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, whatever it is you want to see in that Chisora fight, fine, I get it. Let me take the chin thing out because now it's like everybody's going to make a point. Well, he said if he gets hit with it. Okay, fuck the chin shit. Because if you're a good enough fighter, if you have good enough footwork, if you're elusive enough, if you can throw punches, not knockout punches, but punches to score and get points, and you can keep these guys from knocking you out, like Floyd Mayweather fought a lot of guys that could have knocked him out, but he kept them from knocking him out, then you're at that level. And I think that Usyk has the footwork, the skill set, the movement, and all of that to defeat these guys with the dimension, with greater dimensions, with more power with these A, B, and C questions. If he gets past Chisora, I think he has enough to compete with the top guys. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, but then you see, what you're saying is that he can compete with them, not necessarily beat them. Now, Dillian White has shown he's competitive with the top guys. He's just shown us that on occasion, when he steps up, he can't win. So where are we drawing this line? Because I can
Because
see
I
Usyk
still
giving.
give Usyk a chance to win, and I don't with Dillian White. That's where I'm drawing the line. I don't give a fuck when
Okay.
nobody else draw the line. Because
No.
because what White has shown me is he stepped up to Joshua, stop. He stepped up to Povetkin, stop. Now I want to see if Usyk gets that 10, but I think Usyk has more of a chance if he gets past Chisora than I would give to White. That's where I'm drawing the line at. Period, man.
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
that's fine. That's fine, D. But I still think it's reasonable for people to not quite agree with that because I
Okay, me too.
think my question is, what's Usyk going to be like when he's got to go forward? That's my biggest question, and he isn't really going to need to do that against Derek.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But
Because he's going to be the longer
look,
fighter,
John,
isn't
here's the
he?
thing.
Go on.
Here's the thing. I can respect people feeling like White is better than whatever. Motherfuckers kept telling me White would be
I'm not
Fury.
really saying that
Hold on.
either.
No, you said go
Either
ahead,
though,
so let
D.
me go. You said go ahead, so let me go. Okay, I can respect if somebody says that they feel even if Usyk beats Chisora, I still think White is better than. Okay, fine, that's your fucking opinion. You're not gonna sway me to the other side. A lot of these people that had that opinion also think that White will beat Fury. Well, do y'all still think that now? Most of them logically won't, but a lot of them that's fucking hard-headed will probably still say, yeah, I still think they'll beat Fury. Okay, fine. Then if he goes in there and gets beat by Fury, do you think it now? Again, y'all can think what the fuck y'all want to think. Fine. But the thing, majority of the times, more of the things that I'm thinking ends up coming out right down the line. Just like the shit about Bob Arum. Just like the shit about Terrence Crawford. Just like the fucking shit about Dillian White. So people can think what the fuck they want to think. I'm not trying to sway the way y'all think, but when I say what I say, well, I don't necessarily agree with that, D. I don't think he's going to be considered better. Okay, that's your opinion. But I'm just telling you why I think he will. You can think that. Keep thinking that. The things that I'm thinking are eventually coming up to be true. And people say, well, that's only because this happened. That's only because that happened. Whatever the fuck, man. Whatever. It ended up being that way, right? Okay, tell me what you want. The same thing I'm saying about Usyk. If he beats Chisora, y'all tell me what the fuck y'all want to tell me, bro. I just want to see if he can move forward. I just want to see if he can do this. Whatever. I've seen enough. That's what I'm telling y'all, motherfucker. If he beats Chisora, I've seen enough.
D.
Go ahead, Mark.
Nobody's going to dispute the idea that Usyk, if he beats Chisora, yeah, he could be competitive, right? Nobody's going to dispute that. But when we talk about like being on the level of, that's the only thing I don't know. I can't say beating Chisora makes you on the level of Fury and Joshua.
Whatever. I can put him there. I can comfortably put him there because I've. But what? I'm gonna tell y'all why. Somebody can say something. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm giving you a logical reason why I think he's going to struggle, particularly with those two guys. So against Joshua, he's going to have a 4-inch reach disadvantage,
right?
And against Fury, he's going to have like a 7-inch reach disadvantage, and to beat them, he's going to have to move forward on them. And him beating Derek Chisora, he isn't going to necessarily have to do that to Derek. So
he might do. He might do, John. Johnny might do. Remember, Chisora has done the counter punching off of the ropes like with Takan. Don't forget that.
I'm saying he might not. So what my question is around Usyk is, what's he going to be like when he's got to press the action and he's got to close the distance? That's my biggest question. My second question is, how's he going to cope when his power isn't enough to keep the other fighters off? Those are my two questions, more than the chin. And I don't know that Derek is going to provide those answers. Maybe he will, but I'm giving you logical boxing reasons for my questions. I'm not just doing it based on emotion or what I think, because I want to think it. I'm looking at Usyk, who's been one of the longer fighters in the division, and he's now going to have to change it, where he's going to frequently be one of the shorter fighters. And I'm going to want to know how he's going to adapt to that. I think that's a reasonable thing.
I think it's reasonable too. So I don't have any arguments. Again, John, what you just explained to me is what you need to see, right? And that's logical. I agree with that. What I'm telling you is maybe I don't need to see all you need to see to make my assessment. Maybe you don't feel like, well, D, how can you make that assessment? Well, it's been working for me. And the things that I'm saying that I see in this sport, it's been working for me pretty well. Like I'm pretty much seeing things clearly. So I don't need the proof that you need. I just need what I need for proof. Okay? So it might not be enough for you to make your assessment, but I'm going to make my assessment off that, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right. Now, when we talk about Joshua and Fury, specifically those two guys, what if Usyk could beat everybody else but those two guys? That would still put him above White. Okay? So if he could beat everybody else but those two guys, that would still put him above White. I will say it again. If he could beat everybody else but those two guys, that would still put him above White. Do I think Usyk can beat my guy Fury? Would I sit up here and say Usyk can beat my guy Fury? Would I sit up here and say Usyk beating Chisora means he could beat my guy Fury? Have you drunk too much of grandpa's cough medicine? No, I'm not saying that either, John. But do I think that he would be competitive? Do I think he could get in there and make it a fight? Do I think he would have more of a chance than Dillian White? Yes. Because I never thought Dillian White could beat Fury before this Povetkin fight, and I damn sure don't think so after this Povetkin fight. I was never convinced of White. I'm convinced of Usyk. This is what I'm telling you guys. So when we start talking about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury concerning Usyk, I don't think any of those guys out there can beat Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. I've consistently said that. One or two, those guys. Number one, number two, and you take your pick. I have Fury as number one until Joshua proves otherwise. And everybody else, or a lot of other people, have Joshua until Fury proves otherwise. I don't see anybody else beating those two guys, especially Fury, because he's my guy. So yeah, I like Usyk, but a win over Chisora don't put him over fucking Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua for me. Let's be calm here. Let's get a hold of ourselves. I'm just saying that it puts him past White for me, past Dillian White for me. That's what I'm saying, guys.
Oh, that's what. Okay, because when I came in, you said on the level. You said on the level of
on the
Fury
level
and
of the
AJ.
top heavyweights. Because if White is right below that level mark, and I say that beating Chisora puts him over White, then yeah, he's over that level, right? So yeah, it puts him over that level. That's what I meant.
I don't know.
I meant, well, that's what I meant. I meant what I said. Yeah, you're right. That's what I meant, dog. It puts him at the level of the top guys. If he's at the level, this means, listen, if guys are on the same level, we need to see them fight to see who's the best, right? That doesn't mean that they're not on each other's level. That means they're on each other's level, and we need to see them fight. We don't know who's better, Tyson Fury or Joshua, but we do give them credit at being on each other's level. One of these guys can beat each other, right? So I don't think White has a fucking chance to beat Fury or Joshua. I don't put him on their level. If Usyk beats Chisora, I put him up there. He has a shot. Who would I go for? I would go for Fury or I would go for Joshua. But I think Usyk has enough. He's shown me enough footwork, elusiveness, skill set to maybe pull it off. I think White has shown me that. I don't think he beats Joshua or Fury, period. So if Usyk was to beat Chisora, that means I give him a chance to beat Joshua or Fury. I don't give White a chance. I don't give him a chance. No chance. Fuck that. Been telling people White ain't gonna beat Fury. Joshua already beat him, so that question fucking won't loom in. Yeah, they both got better, but they both got better. Joshua beat him before, he'll beat him again. And I've been saying this about fucking Dillian White. Now, Alexander Povetkin, in my opinion, has put a fucking stamp on that shit. It's put a fucking stamp on it. Dillian White ain't there. No fucking more questions. If y'all still have questions, keep your fucking silly questions in y'all fucking head. To me, he's not on that level. Usyk, just like John said, there's still a question. But at least there's a fucking question. The question for White has been fucking answered. The fuck are we talking about here? Alexander Povetkin has answered his question too. He's answered his question too more than White. Shit. Dillian White ain't even won a fucking title. And at this rate, he ain't gonna win one. Because who the fuck he gonna take it from? He just blew his fucking mandatory spot. So forget about him getting in there and beating up Fury like all of you wackos thought he was gonna do. Forget about that happening because he done blew his mandatory spot. So what the fuck is he gonna beat Joshua to take the title? How's he gonna get a heavyweight title now? Somebody explain this to me. And Dillian White ain't no fucking spring chicken either. So y'all essentially talking about a man who was so fucking great, who will topple Wilder, who could beat Fury. Some idiots even actually had him putting AJ down because he's gotten so much fucking better. Get the fuck out of here. This dude will spend his whole career never being a world champion. But he was so much better than everybody the fuck else. Get the fuck out of here. Fury done won every belt there is to win. What the fuck are we talking about here? Even Usyk was a fucking world champion. May not have been a heavyweight yet, because I think he has an opportunity to win a title at heavyweight. So it may not have been a heavyweight yet, but at least he got to taste world championship level glory. White ain't never fucking did that shit. What are y'all talking about? So anyway, shout out, respect Povetkin. That's what it's really all. Respect Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin knocked Dillian White, slammed the fuck out. Superior fighter on that night. Respect Povetkin.
Man, listen, D, my money's on Wayne Gretzky any day, dog.
Yeah. Wayne Gretzky. That motherfucker got his nose broken so many times. You know Wayne ready for the fight. You know Wayne ready for the fight.
No doubt. My man always hit his goals, kid.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He hit the goal, dog. Mexican fight, man. What's good? Fight with KO Wilder. See? I would actually like to see that fight now. I would actually like to see that fight now. Now, I will say this. I do still think Dillian White is better than Wilder. I do think that because Wilder was severely overrated. Severely overrated. Oh yeah. You know. But see this I can deal with this one Mexican fight, man. White with KO Wilder. Okay, that's interesting. But some Yahoo coming and telling me Wilder still beats your boy Fury. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here with that. Don't come telling me no shit like that after this dude just got punished. Not punished, but knocked out by Povetkin. He got knocked out by Povetkin after putting him down twice. That's what makes this win by Povetkin so special. Look at the heart, his age, his determination, his grit, his skill set, his mental, bro. You know what it takes to get knocked down twice in the ring and mentally come back and knock the guy out? Povetkin showed it all, bro. Alexander Povetkin showed it all. He put it on the line. How they say they put it on the line? Alexander Povetkin put it on the line last night, fam, and got the job done. Slapped Dillian White. Slapped him.
Well, that's one thing that's definite. He did completely put him to sleep. He didn't look like he was out before he hit the ground.
Yeah.
And I didn't really feel like Dillian had the proper attention after he got up as well. I've got a
No,
concern. I've got a concern that that knockout's going to affect him going forward. What do you think about him taking the immediate rematch? Do you think?
I think it's a mistake.
I
I
can
think it's a
understand why
mistake.
he's doing it though, because it's the only way he can get himself back into position.
Yeah, yeah. But I still think
It'll be
it's a,
interesting.
but see, look, man, like so let's talk about Deontay Wilder. So he got beat up. He got beat up really bad. Fury beat the hell out of him in that fight, right? But and people say, well, I don't know if Deontay Wilder should take the immediate rematch, right? Dillian White got slept. It was even somebody in my damn chat. I had to get on them talking about, oh, the ref was kind of quick on the count. I was like, oh, the ref went and held Dillian White's head. It was like 30 seconds before he even set up. That ref didn't need to count anymore. That motherfucker was out. Hold on, John. Hold on. And not
I'm
only
just
that,
laughing that someone said that.
yeah, somebody said that. And I was like, not only that, the ref had to hold his head for a while. After that,
D
man, no way I think he should take the immediate rematch. No way.
D.
I think he should take time off. Roddy Piper, what's up?
It's yo. Can you full screen me for a second? Like I want people to see this. When people say like, right, you see this? Yeah, the referee waved it off too quick. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this man's face?
Yeah,
What does that show you,
he's done.
John? What do you see there when you look at that?
Someone who's not there.
He's done.
I see a
He's
man.
not there.
I see a man who's so done. He's flashed back to becoming Prime Archie Moore. That's what I see.
Yeah. Look.
Mm.
In
His
terms of
arms are
that finish,
folding.
you couldn't have a better finish. Like that.
Oh, it's a perfect.
We
finish.
haven't seen a knockout like that for a really long time. That was complete. Someone completely slept, and the execution of the plan, of the punch, everything was as good as you could really hope to do it.
Bro,
Here's
when
another angle. Here's
when
another angle.
all right, when Deontay Wilder knocked out, look at that shit, he's done. When Deontay Wilder knocked out Luis Ortiz was back on the canvas. He was kind of sitting up on his elbow. You know what I mean? When White was laid the fuck out, bro. His head was on the canvas. He was laid back. He wasn't sitting up still trying to gain his foul.
The only
Hold on, John.
knockout.
Hold up. He wasn't sitting up trying to regain his faculties like Luis Ortiz was. He was kind of sitting up, Ortiz. Dillian White was laid the fuck out, fam. He was laid out. Go ahead,
The
John.
only knockout Wilder's really got like that's the Spilker knockout. Like if you want to compare knockouts, yeah, the Spilker one's the only one that's similar. I haven't really seen AJ put anyone to sleep like that. And it's the clean punching that does it. It isn't necessarily about Povetkin hits harder. It's the punch placement, like you said earlier on.
It's not just the placement. Like one thing a lot of people are underrating is how blind Dillian was to that shot as well, John. You know what I mean? Like the way Povetkin was one side and in a split second, he was the other side of him and the shot had already landed and he was walking away before. Look, Dillian was on his way down when Povetkin turned to walk away.
Oh yeah, look, I mean everything about it. The way that Povetkin got both of his legs up into it, and he got everything into it. He put it in the perfect place. The ring IQ,
it's a true knockout.
Yeah, the ring IQ to set it up in the way that he did with the feint, to get Dillian to open up, to land that punch. Everything about it was perfect.
It was outstanding, bro.
But I've seen Povetkin do that to other people and not land it as clean, and they haven't gone. So I suppose that's what I'm getting at with how
I have seen him land it before though, that clean and take them clean out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. He can consistently do that. It's what he does. That's his skills. You know, that's his skill set.
Whether it's that left uppercut or that left hook, that left hand when he gets into that position is dangerous.
Yeah. And he's very good at working into that position, coming in low and feinting, so that he's going to blindside you with it.
Yeah.
And when he lands it, he's going to be rising into it as well.
Check it out. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Like
Now look here.
I've got genuine concerns
Yo,
about the
look at
long-term
where he
effects
is
of
right
that.
there. The referee's waving it off. Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
the
it's
ref
too
is
soon.
waiting. Look,
It's too soon.
how can somebody fucking tell me that the ref called this? Look at Dillian White's arms. It looked like that's like somebody who's getting ready to go into state of rigor mortis. Like he is done. Like he dead on the canvas, fam. This fight's over. That ref shouldn't have gave it any more count.
That's like the Amir Khan knockout that Canelo did. It's completely gone. He's completely
like
gone.
Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. You're done.
Yeah,
You're done right here,
totally
fam.
done. Totally done. So I don't know what person said that to you, D, but
He was look. I don't remember
they're
either.
a bit crazy.
I
They're a bit crazy.
I don't remember either, John. But you know what? I'm gonna give him one of these. You idiot.
I'm right, man. Like the way I look at it, yeah, is the last time I seen a knockout that I can legitimately say I think is better than that. In all honesty, a better knockout than that was what I don't even think Wilder over Spielk was better than that. I think the only one I can think of last time was Marquez Pacquiao.
Hey.
Yeah. That would be better. I was only talking about how out cold they were.
Hold on. Shout out to Virtuoso with the super chat. Virtuoso said, I'm gonna call that Povetkin uppercut Medusa. It turned Dillian White to stone. Hell yeah.
That's cold.
That's cold. That's cold-blooded,
Virtuoso. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but
he
at
hit
the
Dillian
same
White
time,
with that Medusa uppercut.
at the same time, I still don't think there's a huge issue with losing like that. I mean, it's heavyweight boxing, and I felt it was a really close fight, and I thought it was a possibility. And Povetkin, to his credit, managed to achieve what a lot of people thought he could do. And Dillian did put him down twice, and a lot of people thought Dillian was going to knock out Povetkin. So it was close margins. That second knockdown, there was only 15 seconds left in that round. If that had happened in the middle of the round, it could have actually been a different story. But the recovery time Dillian's going to have in the immediate rematch, I'm not confident that it's enough recovery time from that. He's not even got 6 months.
Hey man, I'm telling you.
The thing is, I think he can. I'll be straight. I think he can outbox and beat Povetkin on points, but I think Povetkin can knock him out at any second. That's how I've always felt, and I think it's more likely he'll knock him out in a rematch than I thought about it in the force, just because Povetkin knows how to take weight shots now.
What the issue I've got with
best
him?
Of the best. What's good with your T-Tone Toledo? Les Mendoza stepped in the building. Sorry, fellas, I didn't see y'all step in. Go ahead, John.
The issue I've got with Dillian out boxing Povetkin is I think that makes it easier for Povetkin to knock him out.
I know.
The two people, I like what Hunter was doing. Hunter was jabbing him and then throwing a really fast right behind it, and that was really upsetting him.
Why can't do that though? You don't have that speed.
I know he doesn't.
Can Usyk do that?
No,
Yes.
I'm not so sure.
You said no,
Usyk can do. Yes, Usyk can do what Hunter did.
Yeah, I'm about to say, John, you blind. Yes, the fuck Usyk can do that, dude.
I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it to Glovatsky.
All right.
You bugging, John.
I'm not gonna take a strong argument on it because I don't feel that strongly about it. I don't think Usyk hits as hard as that. But yeah, maybe he can do it. I mean, that isn't really.
What are the chances?
I'm not saying that Povetkin 100% beats Usyk. I've got loads of questions about Usyk.
Let me ask you this then, John. Let me ask you this then, John. What are the chances you think Usyk allows himself to get caught with that shot?
I think all boxers can get caught by that shot though, because Povetkin does it so well.
Yeah,
he's consistently done it to everybody.
Dillian White, what I keep telling people is what I keep trying to say. Dillian White had certain deficiencies before this goddamn fight, and lesser opponents have hit him with shots similar.
But in the first round against AJ,
hold on, fam. Opponents of lesser ability than Alexander Povetkin. as well as Povetkin able to throw that shot, I get that, John. Lesser opponents who does not throw that shot as well as Povetkin, who don't have the fucking IQ that Povetkin has, who don't have the fucking experience that Povetkin has, or the fucking power that Povetkin has, have been hitting Dillian White's deficient ass with that shot, John. And what I'm saying is that Usyk is not as fucking defensively, nowhere near as defensively as inefficient as a fucking Dillian White. He has much better footwork than Dillian White. So my question is simple, easy. Yes. Hell no. The probability. Hell no, Usyk doesn't allow himself to get caught like that. Man. Like, to me, it should be easy to measure that because of Dillian White's deficiencies. It's not about how well Povetkin throws it. Dillian White has been hit with uppercuts like that from lesser opponents. Usyk is not going to be that deficient. So it should be easy for anybody that can just put all this together to say, no, Usyk won't allow himself. Then he can hit like, yes, I agree with that. Any heavyweight, but it will be a lot more of a difficult task for Povetkin to hit a Usyk like that. Because if it wasn't going to be a difficult task for Povetkin to hit Usyk like that, then he would have laid Michael Hunter out with that motherfucker like that. But he ain't going to do that with a Michael Hunter because he's not going to be sitting there like Dillian White was for him to do that. Dillian White is deficient in this area. Wake the fuck up. That's what I keep trying to tell people about Dillian White. He has had and possessed these deficiencies the whole fucking time. So when y'all tell me he's going to beat a guy like Fury, I'm not listening to that dumb shit because of these deficiencies. Not to take anything away from Povetkin. Respect Povetkin. I'm saying that. But it's Dillian White that has deficiencies, fam.
Okay, well, a couple of things. What I was saying about what Hunter did, Hunter's tactics were so different, and I think they were really good. Putting the jab and then following it with a really fast right. You feel that Usyk could do that to him as well, fine. But Povetkin landed that combination more or less on AJ in the first round and buckled his knees. So Povetkin's shown the ability to do that to people at the highest level.
John, I don't mean no
heavyweight
harm.
boxing.
But AJ has defensive deficiencies.
Yeah, I know he does. I know he does.
So Povetkin can do that with someone with defensive deficiencies, John. But somebody who is more responsible with defense.
Get hit.
Hold on, John, because you got to realize this, fam. You keep saying what Povetkin is able to pull off. He's able to pull this off against guys who's less deficient, defensively responsible, dude. You're telling me about AJ who gets hit like a goddamn beanbag, and you're telling me about Dillian White? That's not a Fury and a Usyk. They don't leave themselves available.
Hold on.
Regardless of how
let you do that, D.
Regardless of how good. Hold up. No, D. Let me get this shit out. Regardless of how good, we have to sit up here and listen to how Povetkin throws that punch. He did it to two guys who are not as defensively responsible as a fucking Fury or a Usyk.
Did you watch the Tony Bellew Usyk fight?
Work the head movement or nothing. So Povetkin, as well as he throws that punch, will not be as successful against guys like that. What are we talking about here?
Well, okay, there's two things. First of all, Tyson Fury gets hit by left hands.
Oh my! Okay, go ahead.
Tyson Fury. No, he does. I mean, you can't tell me that no one hits Tyson Fury. Wilder put him down twice. Tyson does get hit. That's the first thing. Am I picking Povetkin to beat Tyson Fury? Not necessarily. I'd want the fight to be cold, and I'd be watching some film before I made a pick. And Usyk gets hit. Usyk got touched up a lot by Tony Bellew. Usyk is hittable. He's not unhittable. So, yeah, they're both more defensively responsible than both AJ and Dillian White. But they get hit, D. You can't try and tell me that they're unhittable.
Well, who the fuck said that dumb shit? Who said it? No.
You seem to
Don't
be putting it into
don't
black and
have
white,
to
though.
fucking
It's not.
like I do everybody else, fam. Because you can't ask me a question and then as soon as I start talking, cut me off, dog. You just ask me a question like, who's unhittable? Okay, I didn't say that. So let me respond and then you can come back in. But don't like say something to me and then as soon as I start talking, cut me right the fuck back off, fam. Like, come on with that shit. I never fucking said that the dudes are invincible, Fury and Usyk. But when we talk about level of defense, it's a far margin, dude. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Nobody's saying that Fury and fucking Usyk are fucking Willie Pep or Floyd Mayweather. I'm not fucking saying that shit. But what I'm saying, it's a far distance between their defensive responsibility and White and Joshua. So when you got a guy who can deliver a certain punch, he's going to have a much more difficult task, man. When you talk about guys who are very defensively responsible versus guys who leave themselves there to be hit by that shot. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody making them fucking super defensive fighters, the Floyd or Willie Pep of the heavyweight division. I never fucking said no dumb shit like that. Or not even really trying to suggest that. I'm just saying that they're much better than fucking White and Joshua. And they are. Better footwork, better head movement, all of that, which makes them a much harder target. Period.
But I agree with that. All I said was that I thought Povetkin could land that shot on them, and he can. Because he is good enough to do it.
But don't tell me that I'm trying to make it like they invincible or don't get hit.
No,
You didn't say that, but neither did I say that. I didn't say they fucking invincible.
But the only question you asked me was, can Povetkin land that shot on Usyk and Fury? And I said yes. So you just agreed that that's valid as well.
Okay.
That's all I said.
He can land it on him, but it's not a comparison. He's going to have to work way harder to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Way harder.
I agree. I think he had to work harder to get it onto AJ, and that's why he didn't beat him. Like, I am not trying to tell you that Dillian White is defensively responsible. The biggest thing that I've seen, though, is normally when he gets hit by uppercuts, it's towards the end of the fight when he's gassing. That's normally when it happens.
Fuck why, bro? Everybody makes excuses for these fucking fighters when they lose. This is why this happened. This is why that happened.
No, it's not an excuse because he won those fights. He won those fights, so I'm not making excuses.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not making any excuses for anyone because I thought Dillian did well and he got beat by the better man. I don't really have a problem with it. I think if someone does something really well, it doesn't necessarily make the loser a terrible fighter. That's all I'm saying,
John, would you agree with me? What Povetkin did to knock out White, that's his biggest weapon in a ring, right?
Yeah.
So he did what he does best, better than White.
Yeah. And and so that to me doesn't mean that Dillian's suddenly a terrible fighter and he doesn't give anybody problems. I've always thought Dillian gives Fury problems, but I haven't been confident he wins the fight. I think giving Fury problems is what Otto Wallin did initially before the cut, which was the bodywork that he was putting in. And I think that's the best way to get to Tyson Fury. It didn't work out for him and he didn't win. I think partly because he started headhunting once he opened up the cut, which was a mistake. But just because Dillian White, I think, would have given Tyson Fury problems, doesn't necessarily mean I'm picking him to win.
I think most heavyweights are capable of giving each other problems. I mean,
that's why it's a good division.
When I look at Fury versus Povetkin, I pick Fury very confidently, but I also know two big lapses Fury has. He dips out low to the right quite a lot, and he does the same thing to the left. So if he dips out low, dipping his head out low, pulling it out, and Povetkin just explodes in, catches him as he's doing that, he could knock his ass out. I know that.
Well, if Povetkin can land quite a few body shots as well.
Yeah,
when he sets it up, like he did against Pricey, Fury could be in trouble. But I can see how Fury would win.
Yeah, there's lots of ways. Fury has more ways to win that fight than Povetkin.
But Povetkin is always he's always limited on how he's going to win because he's got one of the shortest reaches in the heavyweight. So the styles that he
I mean,
employs is the only one that's going to work. But he does it
I mean,
really well.
Fury could go in there and just Vladimir Klitschko. He could wrap him up, fucking throw him around, push his
Fury
neck
could
back.
easily do that. And
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. See, this is the type of dumb shit I'm talking about right here. This is the type of dumb shit I'm talking about right here.
no,
He's
White didn't come
trolling,
in too
dude.
light.
No, fuck
Yeah.
all that. Whatever. He can be
Well,
trolling. He can hold.
White came in
Hey,
good shape.
now, I was on mute, but
White came in good shape, and he looked good, and he was doing well, and he got his tactics. Everything was going well for him, so I don't really see any need to give him excuses. It's what Mark said. Alexander did what he does well better than what Dillian does well, so he won.
I'll tell you the real reason why he lost. He came in there with a vest on. He had a weighted vest on, so his legs were like jelly. That's why he lost. Mate, he did. That maximum violence vest, man.
Now who's trolling? Now who's trolling Mark?
Me obviously, man. Look, at the end of the
Exactly.
day, what
It
I
was a
saw
good fight. I
Povetkin,
don't see what the problem is.
yeah, look, it was going one way, but there were some tight margins in a couple of rounds, but White was just nicking it about, and then he started to put it on rounds 3 and 4, and he was really getting those effective shots in. The body shots were popping off, and he caught him with those beautiful shots, man, dropping them. You know what I mean? And I'm just sat there looking at it. I'm like, it might be time for Povetkin to hang it up. Povetkin did what Povetkin always does. He makes that moment occur. He fucking explodes underneath slip, bam, bam, within the space of a second. He does off. Pretty much textbook fucking pad work, mate. And knocks him out.
yo, what's up?
What's up,
Alfred? What's up, Brown going one? Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'll say this right here. This dude right here, respect this man. That's what I'm saying. Respect Povetkin because Dillian White. All right, go ahead. I'll go back on
that man is the most consistent heavyweight of the last 15 years. From 2005 to 2020, that man's been consistent. Anyone disagree? Since 2008, this man's been a top 10 heavyweight. Since 2008. Respect him.
Yeah.
In 3 different decades, he's been ranked top 10, bro.
He's an Olympic gold medalist as well. I've had too many people trying to tell me that Luis Ortiz is better than Povetkin. And I've never quite understood what they're trying to base it on. Povetkin's more proven amateur. He's got a much deeper resume in professional.
Yeah, I've never understood the argument of people saying, John, I've never understood people saying Dillian's got the 3rd best resume or 2nd best resume, and I'm like, who's better? Oh, Joshua and Fury or Joshua or whatever. And I'm like, what about Alexander Povetkin? They're like, nah, he beat Bumps. Are you serious? This man's resume is stunning. He's got Shagoyev on there. He's got Marco Huck on there. He's got a lot of people, man. He's got Mariusz Vaki. He's got Johan De Hapa. He's got Eddie Chambers. And he's taken O's in these fights, by the way. He knocked out Carlos Takam in his prime, not Carlos Takam now. He's just
that Takam victory was a fantastic victory.
Yes. His win over Shagoyev, a prime Shagoyev. Not the Shagoyev who fought.
Strong boxing. What's good, man? The solo. What's good, fam?
I just personally think people who underrate Povetkin's resume either 1, don't know heavyweight boxing, or 2, weren't watching at that time.
Well, I think that's the main thing. And it's sort of similar to overrating Ortiz because they clearly don't know Ortiz's resume either because it's not good. But even the eye test. Sasha's got skills. I don't understand why people don't see this.
I don't understand it either. As far as I'm concerned, that man right now, That man right now has a very good case to be ranked number 3 in the heavyweight division. A very good
Yeah,
case.
he's got a good case, definitely.
Mandisolo says, when did Fury ever duck White? He just chose to fight Wilder. Which is the bigger fight? It was for a title. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, he was ordered to fight him
don't-
for the diamond belt and fought Otto Wallin. So
Oh,
it
God,
depends
man.
how you want to look at that. But I'm not emotional about it. But what would you know? He was fighting Otto Wallin instead. Tyson Fury said he would fight Dillian White for the diamond belt. Mauricio Sullivan agreed to put the diamond belt on the line and mandated the fight. And then Tyson Fury chose to fight Otto Wallin instead.
Yeah,
So
he did.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from it. That's the course of events.
All right.
He took a beating in that Otto Wallin fight.
All right. So I'll try this
He
again.
won, but he took a beating.
Guess it ain't gonna work. All right, I'll try it again. So Mandisolo, was John said it, but that's what I was gonna tell you. Bro, it wasn't about choosing to fight Wilder. See, this is the thing. I'm a Fury fan. I done said this shit before. He ducked White. So the fuck what? Let's move on. Yeah, he ducked him. But what you can do is say he didn't duck White. He did duck White. He ducked that fight. He had no reason not to take that fight. That's just the facts, man. But let's move on. Because what Fury also does is, and this is what I'm talking about right now, he doesn't do like White. He doesn't get into that fight with the Klitschko and lose. He doesn't get into that fight with the Wilder and lose. And as I'm saying, he won't get into that fight with the AJ and lose. But White got into the fight with the Joshua and lost. He got into the fight with the Povetkin and lost. But he has 2 losses on his record. Now, we're not all about this must not go. It's not about the It's about who he lost to. See? Fury wants to fight Joshua. So fuck all of this nonsense everybody keeps saying about whatever. He ducked White. So what? So the fuck what? Y'all think White can beat him? So the fuck what? I don't give a fuck about that shit no more. Fury wants to fight the guy who y'all think is the boxing god of the heavyweight division. Joshua. Why the fuck are y'all talking to Fury about Dillian White anyway? What are y'all gonna call it, a duck because he wants to fight Anthony Joshua instead of Dillian White? Is that gonna be the narrative? That he's ducking White to fight fucking Joshua? What is it? What is it? What the fuck is it, fam? Fury wants to fight Joshua, who all of you motherfuckers consider the best heavyweight. This is who he wants to fight.
Hey,
Fuck
can I just say
Dillian White
something?
and everybody else. The man wants to fight the best guy. So y'all can take that ducking narrative wherever the fuck y'all want to take it. If everybody else, even you idiots who are saying this duck, if everybody else in your own perspective is beneath Anthony Joshua and Fury wants to fight Joshua, what the fuck are we talking about here?
There are a couple of points on that, though, Dave.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, give me your points. I ain't accepting them. Give me your points. Give everyone your points.
Well, one's going to be difficult to ignore. When Wilder turned down fighting AJ at Wembley, Eddie Hearn offered that to Tyson Fury, and he chose not to accept that offer then. So he hasn't always been that keen to get in the ring with AJ. Eddie Hearn tried to sign.
Oh my God, bro.
Hold on, because I'm not
okay.
making stuff up.
But that's a bullshit point, John. That was a true point, but it's a bullshit point.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me get to where I'm going. Until he actually signs to fight AJ, I'm always skeptical about everything that Tyson Fury says, because he says a lot of stuff and then he goes back on his word. He's the one that said he would fight Dillian White, and he's the one that went back on his word. So at the moment, he's saying he wants to fight AJ, and I have no reason to say he's lying. But until I see it signed, everything that Tyson Fury says and does, I'm skeptical about, because he has a track record of pulling out of fights and telling lies.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I want to say this emphatically. This is what I'm saying about the bullshit point. Bro, that's a bullshit point about the offer. Listen. Even Beats said this shit. Or not Beat, might have been Beats or Iron Cone, one of the brethren. Listen, man. Could it have been Tyson Fury cherry pick Wilder? Why the fuck would Tyson Fury fight AJ in the condition he was when he fought Wilder? Think about it. He wanted no fucking position to fight someone like AJ. Tyson Fury looked over at Wilder and knew he could beat that chump, but he needed more time to be in the position and the shape where he is now, John Daly, to fight AJ. Back then, it was too fucking soon to even think of. Now, the fucking casual fucking fans will sit here and eat that shit up. Oh, he's fucked AJ, yeah. Fat coming off the couch and all of that shit. He could beat a fucking non-boxing Wilder, but he can't beat a fucking AJ. And he was smart enough to know not to take that goddamn fight. But once he got himself back into fighter's form, now let's fight, you fucking doser. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit about him turning the fight down then. That's the shit I was talking about. It's a bullshit point, bro. Because Wilder was the easy fight to make. Of course you make that fight with Wilder, who can't really box. But don't go fucking with no AJ coming off of 415 pounds, a coke bench, and a fucking alcohol fit. Come on with that dumb shit.
No, I'm only saying, right? Because I don't get
Yeah, I
emotional
know.
about it. I don't get
I ain't
emotional
getting
about.
emotional, bro. I get loud.
No,
What the fuck
hold
y'all
on,
don't get
D.
about
Come
this?
on,
Hold up.
I'll let you make your
No. You
point.
hold up.
I'll let you
Hold up
make
for a
your.
second. Dude, you hold up for a second. What the fuck, though? Y'all come here all the time, and y'all come back to this. And y'all take turns with the shit. Don't get emotional. You can say that shit 100
I'm
times,
not
and it ain't
calling
gonna
you
stop me.
emotional,
Hold up.
D.
No. John, I don't want to put you back like Hefe. Let me get this out. I could say that dumb shit 1,000 times. But I want to keep getting like this. This is me. When I start digging in people's shit about Tyson Fury and all the bullshit narratives in boxing, this is how I get. And I keep this level of intensity. It ain't nothing personal. It ain't no fucking getting emotional. And if you don't understand that, then call it what the fuck you want. Ain't no goddamn emotional. Call it what you want.
But D, I wasn't calling you emotional.
All right,
I'm saying
well, all right.
I'm saying I don't get emotional about whether Fury ducked AJ or not. Yeah, I'm just saying that he has a track record of not doing what he says he's gonna do. So I want to see him sign the fight. That's all I said.
So, Eddie
I
Hearn
don't
got a
ha I
track
don't have a
record.
problem with you being
Okay,
passionate,
Eddie
D.
Hearn, Bob Arum.
You're a
Hold on.
passionate guy. That's
Okay,
okay.
look. Okay, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum. A lot of these promoters have a track record of not doing what they say they're gonna do.
Yeah, but I know that they're lying
But
because that's
ain't
their
no
job.
buts. Ain't no buts. I'm just making a point. Like you just made a point, and I
No,
didn't deny that about
I'm
Fury.
happy with that.
Okay. Let me talk now, John. I just made a point, like you just made a point about Fury, and I didn't deny it. Did I? No. And what I'm saying is Eddie Hearn also has a track record of this. Same thing. Fury has a track record of. All the fucking promoters have a track record of it because it's in their fucking job description. Is that not a valid point, John?
Well, I agree with that. I don't trust what
Oh, okay.
promoters say. Like
Okay.
I'm not really into promoting narratives as well. And when it comes
Okay.
down to it, if someone thinks that Fury's going to beat AJ, I'm okay with that. I think they are currently the number one and number two, and I think they probably will fight. But I am reserving judgment until I see it happen. That's it. And I was just showing you the reason why I have some suspicion it may not do.
Well, Ayobs, if you ever had the balls to come up on the panel instead of being a chat warrior, then maybe I wouldn't have to run everybody off the panel. But you always like to be a chat warrior and talk your shit from the sideline. So until you get the balls to click the link and come up here with all that foolery you be talking about in the chat, then don't worry about people leaving the panel. Maybe they left the panel because I ran them away, or maybe they left the panel because I'm not letting none of those bullshit ass goddamn narratives fly by up here today. Not about goddamn Povetkin, not about Tyson Fury, and damn sure not about Dillian White. And Ayov, if you grow a pair of kahunas and click that link, maybe you can come up here and give it a try. What do you think? Oh, okay. Go ahead, John. What was you saying?
I've got a genuine question for you because I think it
Mhm.
is going to happen. So I think Dillian probably will have the rematch. Now I'm not confident he's going to win, but if he wins in spectacular fashion, are you going to revise your stance on him, or are you sticking with it, or where are you going to be with that?
If he comes back and beats Povetkin, is what you're asking.
No, it would need to be in spectacular fashion. If he just kind of stays on the outside and just taps him, then he hasn't really shown anything to me, particularly. If he fiddles his way to a points decision, I'm probably not going to be impressed. But if he comes in and does what he was doing, but finishes off the job before Povetkin gets to him, what are you going to think? I mean, I'm not sure that's going to happen, but
It's not, even if he was to do that, even if he was to do that, no, it wouldn't change my perspective on it because he still has these defensive deficiencies that no one wants to talk about. That's my thing. Even if he had these defensive deficiencies and he was having success with Povetkin those first 4 rounds, total success with him, with these defensive deficiencies. It's because of these defensive deficiencies he has, I don't put him up there with Fury and Joshua. And regardless of if he comes back and shows success with Povetkin, he will still have those defensive deficiencies in him. I'm pretty sure he would just stay on the outside and change the game plan up. But as I said before, and I will say again, I have seen opponents with lesser talent, IQ, and everything that Povetkin land these same shots on him because it's the lack of what Dillian White is able to do. And my assessment is based on the lack of what Dillian White is able to do. I have to reiterate that. It is not about him losing to Povetkin. I've been saying this shit about Dillian White hold on, John. Jesus. I've been saying this shit about Dillian White for a while now. The same shit. I've been saying this about Dillian White, and I keep saying that Povetkin just put a stamp on it, in my opinion. Whether people want to accept it or not, fine. This just confirms to me what I've been saying about Dillian White. He ain't on that level.
I mean, I'm not trying to say he is, but
I mean, you
the
can.
punches.
I won't get offended.
Well,
You can.
well, no, but I never have. I've always liked him because he's happy to take on big fights, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's scraped through quite a lot of them. I've seen some improvement, but I've never really. I can see how he gives Tyson Fury problems, but I wasn't sure he was going to win the fight because Otto Welling gave Tyson Fury problems, and I think that's what Dillian would try and do. But with regards to defensive deficiencies you're talking about, it's mostly been an uppercut and a left hook. I think Joshua got him with a left hook to the temple and then finished him off with a left hook when he was already on dodgy legs.
That doesn't.
Rivas put him.
Oh, go ahead.
Rivas put him down with an uppercut, and so did Parker, didn't he? And they're not as good at doing that as Povetkin. Rivas is nowhere near on the level of Povetkin. But I haven't really seen Tyson Fury do that. He didn't. Did he put down Wilder with any uppercuts? I thought they were mostly straight rights and shots to the body.
No, but he doesn't have to put Dillian White down. He doesn't
No,
have to.
I can
All he
see
has
him
to do
winning
is
at distance.
outbox him and keep White from putting him down. As a matter of fact, it's not even really about the outboxing. He just has to keep White from putting him down. Because there's not a snowball chance in hell that fucking Dillian White will outbox Tyson Fury. So all he has to do is avoid Dillian White knocking him out. Fight one. Period. Like, what the
No,
fuck?
but I mean, no, but I've always seen that as an option. But at the same time, Tyson struggled to do that with Otto Welling, didn't he?
Bro, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck.
But
he won the fight. Dillian
yeah,
White won't beat Tyson Fury. That's my point. My
I-
point is Dillian White
okay.
will not beat Tyson Fury. I don't give a fuck how people talking up what Dillian White is capable of, the problems he may give Tyson Fury. That motherfucker will not beat Tyson Fury, period. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a fuck,
Well,
bro. I'm not acknowledging or accepting shit about it.
I've never really.
or
said
Anthony
that
Joshua.
he would categorically beat him anyway. So
Yeah. Well, he won't beat Tyson
you're not
Fury
talking to the right
or
person with
Anthony Joshua.
that.
That's how I look at it.
Well, I've
Neither.
never really thought he was going to beat AJ again because AJ fought his fight too much last time, and AJ's shown a capacity to learn and improve. So, and not just skill wise, but tactically as well. So I don't think AJ would get drawn into the same fight. I think he'd break him down and take him out later on,
Right.
or possibly earlier. The Tyson Fury thing is more. I can see how Tyson's going to win that fight, but the deficiencies I see in Tyson are body shots and left hands. That's where I think Tyson's vulnerable. That's all. And the only person who's really exploited it effectively is Otto Wallin, and he didn't stick to the game plan. He threw the body shots out the window and he should have kept pressing them and went ahead
Yeah,
of himself.
and you know what? And with Otto Wallin, another thing is that why the fuck people keep acting like this dude? He just destroyed Travis Kaufman, and I'm not saying
I
that
like
Travis.
him. I think I like Otto. I'm not.
There you go. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Well, I
Go
think
ahead.
Otto's a good fighter.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, he's not a bum. Tom Schwartz is a bum. Tom Schwartz is a proven bum. He's a low-level fighter. But Otto Wallin just doesn't have a name. That doesn't mean say he isn't any good.
So, yeah, I was just gonna say, Tyson Fury, Otto Wallin just destroyed Travis Kaufman, and Travis Kaufman, I'm not putting him up there as no super huge boxer or nothing, but you know, Travis Kaufman wasn't just getting like Luis Ortiz went in there with Travis Kaufman. It took him 10 rounds to get Kaufman out of there. And motherfuckers was acting like Luis Ortiz was a boogeyman at some point. But it took him 10 rounds to get Travis Kaufman out of there. Otto Wallin got him out of there in half the time. But then they want to call Otto Wallin a bum. Fury got beat by, Fury had troubles with a bum. Wait a minute, this same bum dispersed of Travis Kaufman much quicker than Ortiz did, and y'all was calling him the goddamn boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Fans don't keep the same energy, fam.
Well, I definitely wasn't calling Ortiz that.
Again, John, I'm not talking about you guys up here, guys.
No, I know.
I'm talking about the dumb shit we hear out there. When I make my statements, y'all keep saying that to me, though. Like, well, I'm not saying that. I know you're not saying that, John. But haven't you heard this? Act like you ain't fucking heard this shit around.
No. But I was just talking to Mark about how I don't understand why people think Ortiz is better than Povetkin.
I'm not talking about AOBs and unbiased. I'm not talking about you people. I'm talking about, I act like I'm just bitching in these narratives and videos and shit's not being said out there. Like, what the fuck? You don't hear this shit, John? You don't hear all of this shit out there? Am I making this shit up?
No, you're not making it up.
That's the fucking shit I'm addressing on these fucking lives, bro. I'm not coming at y'all. If the shoe don't fit, don't fucking try to put your goddamn foot in it. God damn it. If the shoe don't fit, don't put your fucking foot in it. I ain't fucking talking about you. Don't keep telling me, oh, I didn't say that. I don't give a fuck, bro. But the shit is being said. And for all you idiots out here that's saying it, that's who the fuck I'm talking about. But y'all don't come up here acting like ain't nobody saying this dumb shit. Like I'm just making it the fuck up. Y'all hearing this stupid shit out there too, fam. Y'all hearing all of this dumb shit too. Y'all heard all that bullshit. Me, Johnny Boy, how much bullshit did you hear about Lillian White? Thank you. I'm glad you up here, Johnny Boy. These motherfuckers keep acting like all of these dumb motherfucking scenarios ain't happening out there. Speak on it, Johnny Boy. Speak on it.
D, let me rip for like 2 minutes here.
Go ahead. Do
Mother, fuck Dillian White. Fuck Dillian White. Fuck AJ. Fuck Eddie Hearn. Fuck all you hoe-ass ninjas fanboying for that shit, dog. Fuck you, motherfucker. What happened? He got whooped by a 42-year-old fucking Povetkin kid. Stop playing games, dog. I thought he was going to beat Tyson Fury and all this other shit. Give me a mandatory to oblige. Excuse me. Lillian, Anthony and Eddie Hearn are trying to have dinner. Lillian, could you be a crash dummy for Johnny Boy? Could you please? Could you please? Could you please, Johnny Boy? Be a crash dummy, you motherfuckers, you. What happened last night? What happened last night, bitch? What happened? Fuck out of here, man. Let's get undisputed. Where's Anthony Joshua at, dog? Where's Anthony Joshua at, dog? Let's get that undisputed cracking. No more mandatories in the way now, bitch. No more crash dummies in the way now, motherfucker. What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? Fuck out of here, man. Oh, hoe ass motherfuckers. Shit. Talking all that mess. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Buddy's silly ass got knocked out by a 50-year-old fucking Povetkin. The fuck out of here. Stop trying to prevent undisputed. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn both take it up the fucking ass. You understand me? How about that? How about that? Thank you, D.
Yeah, on the big screen. On the fucking big screen, bro. Because I keep hearing all of this shit. And then, oh, I'm on my period and all this. Yo, y'all can say what y'all want, but I've been saying this shit about Dillian White. I've been saying this shit about Dillian White the whole time. Oh, why you hating on Dillian White? Before the fucking Fury situation even came up. When motherfuckers was talking all of that shit about Dillian White and Deontay Wilder. And y'all know I don't like Wilder. But I was defending Deontay Wilder over this Dillian White bullshit. How y'all just gonna keep saying that this dude Dillian White can come up there and beat Deontay Wilder? And I ain't even no fucking Wilder fan. But I was saying this shit about Dillian White back then. Y'all over fucking rating this dude. Y'all over fucking rating this dude, bro.
They're fanboying,
Ain't
D. It's
nobody
that.
fucking mad, Samuel. Ain't nobody fucking mad. I'm happy this stupid motherfucker's out of the way. What are you talking about mad? I'm ecstatic. What are you fucking, you've been fucking smoking some PCP this morning, Samuel Shaw? You on some kind of heavy drugs? Ain't nothing, man. I'm glad Dillian White is out the way. That motherfucker was in the way for 4-belt undisputed. I think it's about Fury. That Tyson Fury bullshit. This ain't about Fury. This is about us getting 4-belt undisputed. And Dillian White's no good ass was in the way of that shit. He was
Exactly.
a for that shit. Y'all think it's about Fury? Fuck Fury. Fury was talking about dropping the belt, and I just gave his ass heat over that shit. It ain't about Fury. Do y'all want fucking 4-belt undisputed or not? But y'all want to see and support Dillian White crying about it, fucking getting in between the fight. But at the same time, y'all want 4-belt undisputed. Well, what the fuck do y'all want? Because that's what my gripe was about Dillian White. The motherfucker was putting that in jeopardy. Now his fat ass ain't in the middle of that. And if y'all don't like that I say that, fuck that shit. I don't give a goddamn. I'm happy about it. You don't like the fact I'm happy his ass got knocked the fuck out? Too goddamn bad. That puts us closer to 4-belt undisputed. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Call it what you want. Fuck Dillian White. And the praise and everything else goes to this man right here. This is where the praise goes right here. Fuck Dillian White. The praise goes to Alexander Povetkin. Respect Povet. Fuck Dillian White. It ain't about Dillian White. It's about Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin. Respect that man. He put goddamn Dillian White on his fucking back. Lights the fuck out. Respect Povet.
Povetkin, yo, big shout out to Mother Russia and Povetkin. Derek, I break you, Derek.
Yeah,
Derek.
I am very happy. But I don't give a shit about him having to drop the belt because you must got fucking wax in your ears. Because the other day I said I don't give a shit about that point. See, I got receipts. You can say all this stupid shit and troll all you fucking want, I got receipts for all of this stupid shit you drop on here. I don't give a fuck about that damn situation, dude. It's about 4-belt. You better go get some cotton swabs and clean your goddamn ears out and listen to what the fuck I'm telling you. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, what's up? I do agree. No, the conversation has switched from mandatories to undisputed in the heavyweight division. That's what we should be talking about now.
Exactly.
Right? That's what we should be, right? Dillian White was a big obstacle in the way. right? Every time it came up undisputed, right? Eddie Hearn goes to Dillian White. Well, call your shot now. Call your shot now, right? Try to get in the way of it. Try, do something to get in the way of undisputed. He has been Anthony Joshua's protector for the last 5 or 6 years. When it comes to because he's been calling out Wilder for the last 4 or 5 years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And now he's calling out, and for the last 6-7 months, he's been calling out Tyson Fury. So that's gone now. That protection is gone.
Exactly. Nobody want to talk about that, Brian.
Yeah, we need now. It's been what, 1999 since the last undisputed heavyweight championship fight. We need that to happen now. The fans, there's some fans who are not alive. I'll give you an example. Young Minimax, who loves boxing, wasn't alive last time undisputed happened. We need to see this fight. We need it. Right? 21 years of my life, 21 years of your life, 21 years of Johnny's life. Well, Johnny was 8 or 9 last time undisputed happened.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Right?
Right.
That tells you how long we've been watching boxing. We love boxing. Right? And it was a big occasion when Evander Holyfield fought Lennox Lewis. That was a big occasion. A very big occasion when that happened. And we're near that again. We are near that again. We just need now these promoters to get their heads out of their fucking asses and come to some sort of deal.
I'm just extremely happy that we got this fucking crash dummy out of the way. Now we can focus on what matters, which is the 2 best heavyweights in the world fighting each other, and Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. No more crash dummies, no more mandatories, no more nothing, bro. That's it. That's it, dog. Fuck Dillian White. He got knocked out by a 50-year-old fucking Povetkin last night, dog. I don't want to hear nothing. Dog. That's it. Tell AJ. D, let me just finish.
Go ahead.
Tell AJ to man up, get in the fucking ring. No more No more mandatories. No more fucking. No more nothing, bro. Get your ball. Recover your fucking balls. And get in the ring and fight for undisputed. You fucking fag. Oh, bro.
And I'm going to keep the same.
Hold on, right quick, Brian.
Sorry.
AL said protection. Fucking right, he said protection. AL, I'm gonna keep coming at you because you keep coming at me today, so I'm gonna keep coming at you. God damn it! You got no right. He said protection. And if you don't get it, let me break it down for you a little further. AOBs, since you don't get it, what he meant by protection. Every time 4-belt undisputed came up, Dillian White climbed his fat ass in between it, complaining about mandatory situations and all of that, so that Anthony Joshua and AJ wouldn't have to worry about it. Now, even though he's on a fight-by-fight contract with Eddie Hearn, he was still dealing with him. So they was in cahoots with that shit. Let me put him in between this fight so AJ and I can go worry about this business, and they don't have to work. He was a roadblock, AOPS. He was protection for AJ having to come down. When Fury was there for this fight, he beat Wilder up. Now it's Fury. We know Fury not as scared of you, you doser. Fury will come over there and box your head up. Here comes Dillian White again, jumping in between 4-belt. That's called protection. Now, AOPS, people like you were willing to accept the Sam Watson, Shelley Finkel, and Al Heyman were protecting Deontay Wilder. Will keep the same motherfucking energy and accept the fact that Eddie Hearn was protecting AJ. Understand it. Keep the same energy.
Can I say one thing, D, and then I'll pop off?
Go ahead.
I'm going outside to play football with my nephew in a second. So, what we need to do now, we need to get Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum in a fucking room. Right? We need to fucking torture them that they both signed to this fight. That's what we can do, right? Get their fucking thing out of the way. Get their fucking egos out of the way and get this done. If you believe your man is the best heavyweight on the planet, trust him. Sign that fucking fight. Get the fighters to sign them fucking fight, and let's get it done. Hopefully this time next year we may have an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Hey,
Brian,
Brian,
Brian.
hold on right quick, Don. Let me ask Brian this before you go. Ayob said Ron D. White had nothing to do with Wilder turning down AJ. Hold on. Now look, Brian, look. See, Ayob, you're the fucking detractor and protector that don't get it through your fucking head. We never said that White had anything to do with Wilder turning down the deal. What we said is that White jumped in the middle and became an obstacle. So just for this comment, I'm going to give you this, Ayob. You idiot. Listen for a second. You idiot. That's not what we said. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, right. This is it, right? We need this fight signed. Hopefully this time next year. And this is a big if because fucking boxing will find a way of kicking you in the balls. Hopefully this time next year we have an new undisputed world heavyweight champion. And at that point, I don't care who it is. I just want to see the fight.
Facts. That's where I'm at.
What we need to do is get Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn in the room, tie them up, light a blowtorch, and say, "Here's the piece of paper. I can tell you this right now. Either your burnt off skin or your fucking signature is going to be on the contract."
Well, Johnny boy, I want to tell you this right now. You and Tyson Fury is my boy, but on the other side of that room, you better have his ass and Bob Arum tied the fuck down too with the same fucking demands. Because we talking Bob Arum here. You understand? And Tyson Fury, who keep pulling out of fight after fight. So they better be in the same room, tied up right the fuck across from them with the same blowtorch to their goddamn balls. And all four of these motherfuckers sign them contracts and give us what we want. Because I don't trust Bob Arum and Tyson Fury with their bullshit no more than I trust Eddie Hearn and Joshua with their bullshit. It's all a clusterfuck. And that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. These goddamn promoters, it's in their damn job description to be deceiving and liars. All of them, your favorite or not, all of them.
This is such a happy moment for me. This is one of those rare occasions where I'm happy to get a prediction wrong. You know,
Sam.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Because I was on the stream with you last night. You and Mark, Johnny Boy.
Hey, Johnny Boy and Brian, look, check this out. Ayob says, "Oh, really? I thought White prevented 4-belt undisputed. You got caught lying again." So listen, guys, when we say you, Johnny Boy and Brian, when we say White is jumping in the middle, becoming an obstacle, that's what we said, correct, guys?
Correct.
That's what we said. Jumping in the middle, becoming an obstacle. Well, only an idiot would perceive that as us saying he prevented it. So, Ayos, once again, you idiot, because we didn't say that. So try again. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Real quick, Brian. He was preventing undisputed. He was a fucking obstacle that they were throwing. They were throwing a monkey wrench in the way, dog. That's facts, bro.
Yeah, that is facts. Yeah. That is facts. The facts is that every time undisputed came up, doesn't matter if it was Wilder, doesn't matter if it was Fury, right? Dillian White had to put his name on. Well, I still want my mandatory. Every time it came up, he came out singing like a freaking bird. And last night, Povetkin sung that man a lullaby. Goodbye. Peace. I'm away.
La 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 la. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and happy, and I pity any boy that isn't Johnny tonight.
Povetkin, respect, Povet. God damn it. Oh shit, I don't know what happened to Johnny Boy and Brian Harkin. Let me see. Brown Gone One in the building. What's up? Sakib said one of the sanctioning bodies will pull a reverse Uno card, probably the WBC or IBF. Maybe. I'm not sure. franchise championship. Yeah, but he don't need that now, Saki, because White lost. So like the whole franchise situation or Fury dropping the belts and any of that. But just like I was saying to Johnny Boy, you know, if we're gonna demand that Hearn and them be tied down and to make sure they make the fight, we better put the same demand on Bob Arum and Tyson Fury. Because Bob Arum be trying to hold back fights and marinate fights. He don't like uh unifications. He doesn't like undisputed. Fury already done pulled out and disappointed the fans. He has his own set of issues. Everybody know he'll pull out and screw up a fight too. So I don't have faith in any of these yahoos. And to tell you the truth, if I had to put faith in my guy or Bob Arum versus Eddie Hearn and Tyson Fury, I would put faith in Eddie Hearn. I mean Anthony Joshua. I would put more faith in Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua because Tyson Fury is a loose cannon. And Bob Arum's the biggest snake in boxing. So if we're going to be perfectly honest, you got to say that Tyson Fury and Bob Arum should probably be tied down before Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. We should get signed contracts from those two idiots first, Bob Arum and Tyson Fury. We should get their name on the dotted line first. Even though Fury's my guy, I got to keep it real. Fury should sign that contract first. And then we worry about getting Eddie Hearn and Joshua involved. But I think that in this 4-belt undisputed match, regardless, I'm going to be 100 with it. I think that it's Fury. I think Fury and Bob Arum are the ones, if this fight don't happen, I'm looking that they would be the ones more responsible for this fight not happening. Not Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. It would be more Fury and Bob Arum. And I just got to be honest with that. Because I've been coming out about Bob Arum. I ain't going to loosen up on him now. I was just trashing the hell out of his old ass with the shit he tried to do with Teofimo Lopez. The terrible job he's doing with Terrence Crawford. The foolishness he's always doing with Lomachenko. I'm not going to let up on Bob Arum. Well, Bob Arum is the one who's dealing with the Tyson Fury situation. Hell no. We could put more trust that Eddie Hearn and AJ will want to get it. AJ's proven to us that he wants all of that belts, that he's going to do what it takes to get all of those belts. So if I got to rely on AJ, I'm thinking, okay, AJ will take it. But my guy Fury is the one that's kind of the loose cannon here in this situation. It ain't really AJ in my opinion. And as far as Eddie Hearn is concerned, I like Eddie Hearn better than all of the promoters. I would rather us not have to deal with any of them. But if I had to depend on any of the promoters, I got to keep it real. It would be Eddie Hearn. But for most of these promoters, I would be more inclined to deal with Eddie Hearn. Bob Arum is close to the least on my list. So when we talk about 4-belt undisputed, even though Fury's my guy, that side is the most volatile for this fight not happening. The more volatile side is Tyson Fury and Bob Arum. Not AJ and Eddie Hearn. I think AJ and Eddie Hearn would want to make that fight more. I think that I can have more faith that AJ and Eddie Hearn are going to do what they can to make that fight. It's Tyson Fury with his mental state, with the foolishness he's done in the past. It's Bob Arum with the foolishness he's done in the past and in the future and still doing. They're more volatile for this fight not happening. AJ and Hearn seem to be more solid to me. Johnny Boy don't like AJ. He don't like Hearn, so that's that. But no, we got Fury. Fury is kind of, Wizard Sleeve. He said flatly, Fury. Hold on, let me go back to that. I'll go back to the comment. All right, there it goes. He said flatly, Fury, the feather-fisted ballroom dancing bum, is ducking Povetkin and White. Oh man, Wizard Sleeve, stop that nonsense. Fury beats both of them, dude. This should have just showed you that. You came in late, so I'm not even gonna go off on you, bro. I'm just gonna let that comment slide. because I don't even feel like going back over all of that again. And see, let me put this back up, and I'll let y'all know this. I will say this real simple and plain. This is the kind of idiotic shit that I'm telling y'all about right here. So for people like John Daly and everybody else who say, well, I'm not saying that. I know y'all not saying that. Well, this is the type of dumb shit of why I have these lives. See? This is why I have these lives right here for stupid ass comments just like this one. That's the problem. This is the consensus of the fans that don't know shit about this sport, bro. You get comments like this because they don't know what the fuck is going on. And they don't know what's going on because they're being fooled by the Bob Arums of the world, by the Eddie Hearns, by the Oscars, by the DeBellas, the Frank Warrens, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Leonard Ellerbys. They're being fooled. They're being furnished bullshit information, bullshit narratives, these stupid narratives. So this is what they come up with. Dumbass comments like this, you know? Fury flat out, ducking Povetkin. And he does. Povetkin and White are not important, Wizard Sleeve. You idiot. Anthony Joshua is the fight that he's going for. Anthony Joshua has beaten Povetkin and White, Wizard Sleeve. You idiot. Which means Fury's trying to fight an opponent. Fury desires to fight an opponent greater than these two guys that you claim he's ducking. You idiot. Stop it. Stop with the nonsense comments. This is the type of stuff I combat, guys. Foolery. Foolery. So, the Frog King says, AJ and Hearn have always gone the easy route. They could have fought Wilder for the WBC in 2016, but went the Charles Martin route. Fury has always gone 10 hard route. Vlad and Wilder, facts, don't lie. See? See here, guys? Now, here we go on the Fury side. See? It's like I got both sides in here. Frog King, fellow Fury fan, because Frog King, from this comment, I can see that you're a Fury fan. Well, I am a fellow Fury fan. I advocate for Fury. But this comment right here is complete bullshit, Frog King. Although I am a Fury fan, Frog King, what I'm a fan of first is boxing, fam. And I call it straight down the middle. So although I'm a Fury fan, a fellow Fury fan of yours, I must say that this comment is bullshit, my friend. And I'm going to read it out, then I'll break it to you down why I feel like it's bullshit as a Fury fan. AJ and Hearn have always gone the easy route. They could have fought Wilder for the WBC in 16, but went the Charles Martin route. Fury has always gone 10 hard route. Vlad, Wilder, facts. Okay. Well, Frog King, that's a bullshit comment. Number one, when we go back to 2016, most of the time you're talking about AJ and Hearn could have went the Wilder route, but decided to go the Charles Martin route. That's absolutely incorrect, sir. It's that's incorrect info. Shelly Finkel, my friend. And again, I am a Fury fan, and I don't like Wilder, Frog King. But I don't like narratives. I like bullshit narratives even worse, okay? So I'm not a Wilder fan, but I don't like him, but I don't like bullshit narratives. And the fact that that AJ ducked Wilder to go to Charles, that's a bullshit narrative, fam. The facts are that Shelly Finkel said that Wilder was a fucking baby, fam. He wasn't ready. So they moved on. It wasn't about them not wanting to fight Wilder. They moved on because they didn't want to fight a baby because he was a baby. Okay? So we cannot blame AJ and Hearn for that. And I don't like to back up that. Let me go to our guy Fury because he's a fellow Fury fan. Remember, I'm a fan of his. That's also bullshit about him in the hard route. See, this is one thing that I accept, and a lot of Fury fans don't want to accept, Frog King. And we got to keep the same energy about these things. Okay? Tyson Fury fights the big fights, so I'm with you. Like fight Vlad, fights Wilder, but he doesn't do a motherfucking thing in between. That's where he gets consequences for and gets persecuted for from the fans. He fought those hard fights Frog King, and then he vacated his belts and left boxing. Okay, he fights Wilder, and in between, he fights Sefa Safari and Tom Schwartz. Dude, no, we cannot say that Fury takes a hard route. We can't give him credit he doesn't deserve to try to strip AJ down, and then by being dishonest with AJ and Fury. I mean, and Joshua. We can't be dishonest with them either. No, they didn't take the easy route for Martin. That's not true, bro. Shelly Finkel did not want to fight AJ. He didn't want to put Wilder in that danger. It was Finkel that said Wilder was a fucking baby. That's why that didn't happen, fam. So let's keep it real when we say these comments. Just because I'm a Fury fan, I'm not going to back up no bullshit comments, fam. That's not what I do here. But I agree with you. He fought Vlad, he fought Wilder, and he wants to fight AJ. And so this is where we agree, Frog King. And this is what I keep telling all of these idiots out here. My man Fury wants to fight the best guys. Vlad, you guys consider Wilder a deity. A lot of you motherfuckers had Wilder on top like he was a deity. Like he was the best thing ever smoking in boxing. So Fury took him out. And now there's a lot of you that think nobody is better than Joshua. So Fury wants to take him out. He's not worried about fucking Povetkin, White, Ruiz, or none of them in between. And I don't like it no more than you guys like it. But the facts are what the facts are. That's not what Fury is worried about. But Frog King, we can't say that Fury took a 10 hard route. No, the fuck he didn't, fam. He fought the best and he fought no one. And that's the facts. And as far as the Charles Martin situation, Finkel said Wilder was a baby, so we can't lie about that either, fam. I just got to keep it real. What's up, best of the best? What's good with you?
What's going on with you, dude? I hear you keeping it 100, but and that you definitely all that shit is all true information. Yeah, he definitely ain't take a hard route, but you gotta give him his props and you gotta let him get what he's supposed to get. And right now, with the same thing you want to see, I want to see undisputed too. So if you want to see what best of the best, I want to see undisputed. So I want to see Fury and fucking Joshua right now. That's what I want to see. And that's all the fuck it is to it. Simple as that. Like you said, that shit need to be made. Simple as that.
Facts, bro. That's what it's all about. Like, I'm not going to get up here. When it comes to boxing, I'm going to say fuck all of these other fighters when it comes to my guy Teofimo. I'm going to say fuck all these other fighters when it comes to my dude Errol Spence. I'm going to say fuck all these other guys when it comes to my boy Canelo. I'm going to say fuck all these other guys when it comes to my dude Tyson Fury. But when it comes to boxing, I'm going to say fuck all of them. Fuck you, Teofimo. I came up here. At the end of the day, you better take that fight. See, I came up here and I said that. Even though Teofimo is my guy, I put a live up and said, listen, kid, I'm going to protect you. I'm not going to let these people call you duckers. But at the end of the day, you better take that fight. When it comes to the sport of boxing, fuck you, Tyson Fury. Don't talk about dropping that belt. We want 4 belt undisputed. And that's what I did. I put a live up flaming Tyson Fury. Because when it comes to boxing, those guys are secondary. The problem with you people is you can't separate the two. You like your favorite fighters, and you don't put boxing before them. But here on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, I put the sport before the goddamn fighter. That's how it's supposed to be. I want 4 belt undisputed, and I don't want Tyson Fury messing it up. So I flame him for talking about dropping that belt. But the reality is now that Dillian White got his ass knocked out. He's not a fucking factor. So am I happy about that? Yes. But I'm not happy about that because Tyson Fury doesn't have to drop the belt. I'm happy because there is no more of an obstacle between 4 belt undisputed. Get that through y'all fucking head. It ain't about Fury. It's about the sport of boxing. You motherfuckers want the same thing I want. 4 belt undisputed. So be happy with me. Get the fuck off of this Fury shit.
Hey, indeed. I dropped a video like 6 days ago, right before this fight, talking about that fight. And I said in the video that, Povetkin is not going to be no walkthrough for Dillian White. And I don't know, in the first 5 rounds, anything could happen. If he get through 5 rounds, then he might be all right. My brother just called my phone like, yo, you just did the motherfucking video about that shit. Yo got knocked out last night. I didn't even know I didn't watch the fucking fight last night. They called me and told me when they heard my video talking about, yo, Dillian White got knocked out in the 5th round. I said in the first 5 rounds, he better watch out because Yo might fuck around, knock him out in the first 5 rounds, and that shit happened.
Yep, yep. And I'm telling all y'all, if y'all ain't been over to my man Best of the Best channel, y'all go check him out. All right, he a smaller channel. He trying to get it up. And I always tell you guys, look, I don't suggest you guys go check channels out that I don't like myself. I check them out first. And Best of the Best already know I'm subscribed to his channel. I haven't been over there as much as I would like to because I've been busy as fuck. But he knows I'm subscribed. I support his channel. So if y'all like what y'all hear, hit that subscribe button. Go show my man some love because he did say that. And he on it, bro. He keep it 100 about boxing. That's why I'm subscribed to him. I'm subscribed to people who want to call it fair, who want to be first about boxing, not with all of this fugazi shit. That's why I'm subscribed to Best of the Best. Y'all go over there, check them out. And if you like what you hear, do what I did. Hit the goddamn subscribe button.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So, oh boy, dead game boxing. Salute to King. All right, let me see, Frog King. What you talk about, fam? Because you my fellow Fury fan. I don't want you to feel like I was coming at you, dog. But we got to keep it real about Fury, Frog King. All right, Frog King says Fury was active from 2009 to 2015. Who was he supposed to fight outside of Vlad? And what time period? He even tried to fight Hay twice. And Chisora, well, he did fight Chisora twice. It's not up for debate. Well, here's the thing, Frog King. After he fought Wilder the first time, Frog King, he fought, or before, he fought, what was it, Sefer Safari and Tom Schwartz, right? Frog King, he could have fought better. Competition, fam. This is what the people require. If you're saying that everybody's a dulcer, Frog King, you will box everybody's head off and you're better than everyone. You can't come in here fighting Sefer Safari and Tom Schwartz, low-level fighters, Frog King. You can't do that. So you saying when he fought Tom Schwartz and Sefer Safari, he could have fought higher level competition, Frog King. As a Fury fan, you have to accept that. These are the things that he's not doing. These are the things that fans are giving him heat about. You got to keep it honest, bro. You got to keep it, all around the board. You can't be biased when it comes to your guy, bro. That's not being honest about boxing, man. White wasn't a factor before the knockout either. He's Hearn's AJ protect. Yeah, well, we said that too. We were saying that earlier. Let White fight Cabell for the EBU. Then let's see where he is at. I mean, White is at day one now. He's got to start from square one, but Dillian White, again, it ain't, for me, guys, it's not about Dillian White. It's not about me happy to see Dillian White lose. It's about me happy about seeing that obstacle removed from 4-belt undisputed. I don't wish any ill will on Dillian White. I actually said on my live commentary last night, I gave White a shout out because he came to the fight impressively. He came to the fight in shape. Did y'all see the phenomenal shape Dillian White was in? And before he got knocked out, he was fighting a great fight. He was sticking the man with the jab. He dropped him twice. So give Dillian White his respect, bro. Like, it's not about the disrespect for Dillian White. Dillian White was an obstacle for 4-belt undisputed. I am not happy he lost. I'm happy that obstacle is out of the way. Because had he won, that obstacle would still be in the way. It's not about Dillian White, guys. It's about 4-belt undisputed. Boom, what's up with you, fam?
What's going on with you? What's up with everybody in the chat?
What up, dog? You know how I go, Boom. We gotta dispel these crazy narratives, bro. They got the crazy narratives about White, and what I was saying, and why I mainly put this live up was, let's respect Povetkin because he is going to get lost in all this. Over the next 3 or 4 days here, the greatness that Povetkin just displayed, the great accomplishment he just achieved, he is going to get lost in all of this because it's going to start becoming to talk about 4-belt undisputed, how Dillian White blew his chances, this, that, and the third. And the fact that Povetkin did something great is going to get lost. So I want to shout out Povetkin and say respect Povetkin before he gets lost in all of this, fam.
Yeah, everybody's going to shortchange Povetkin and use this opportunity to discredit Dillian White because of the whole little being mandatory for the 1,000 days, and people couldn't wait to see Dillian White lose. And I've said myself that Dillian White is not the most impressive boxer stylistically. His style is trash. I get that. I understand that's why a lot of people don't like him, because they say he ain't even that good. And my whole thing was Dillian White was willing to get in there with anybody, and everybody, only argument people go at me with is the Ortiz situation. And in my personal opinion, I feel they both ducked each other because offers were sent back between the two of them. Both of them turned it down. So in my opinion, I feel like they both didn't really want that fight. But after that, everybody that they put in front of him that they said that he would have the opportunity for a world title shot, he beat them. Now, did he beat them convincingly? Did he beat them in an all-wild fashion? Hell no. But he won. He won the fights, and he earned his right. And if that was anybody else's favorite fighter, if that had been Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, you know where I'm going with this. If that would have been one of those guys in that position, oh, it'd be video galore for days. It's been 1,000 days since Errol Spence got his title shot. Oh, it's been 1,000 days since Anthony Joshua got his title shot. It'd be video galore. But because it's Dillian White, because he doesn't give you that wow skill set, or he doesn't have that wow star status, he gets shitted on. Now, granted, everybody say shit that where they put their foot in their mouth. Dillian White has said things to put his foot in his mouth, and I give people that. I understand that. But don't discredit Dillian White just because you don't like him personally, and even though you don't know him personally, and you don't like his boxing style. Don't shit on him for that. Give the man props for being able and willing to fight whoever they put in front of him. And a lot of the people that they put in front of Dillian White, a lot of people wasn't trying to fight him. A lot of people weren't trying to fight him, but Dillian White was. So that's where I'm coming from with that.
DT3, what it do, fam?
Best of the best. What's going on? What's the business? You muted, Mike. You muted up. You muted up. You muted up. No, D muted up.
No.
Oh,
it was me. Okay. All right, look.
Okay.
Hey, y'all pay attention. I just put my camera on because I ain't even dressed. That's why I have my camera off, right? I just put it on. My wife just made me laugh. That's why I was on mute. She made me crack the fuck up because I always take her lighters and use her lighters and everything, right? And so she just came in and bought a lighter. She said, yeah, I noticed a lighter your motherfucking ass ain't gonna use. And y'all check this out. She got me beat this time, dog. I ain't gonna touch that fucking lighter. I ain't gonna use that bitch at all. Turn it upside down and show them. That's a motherfucking lighter. And it vibrates too. And she don't gotta worry about me using that fucking lighter. She beat me. She beat me, guys. I just
like, yeah, you ain't gonna touch this one. Yeah, I wish you would.
No.
They gonna be like, no, I don't want to smoke that bad. I don't want to smoke that bad.
I'm going to the motherfucking stove and light that bitch on the stove before I touch that bitch. Hey man, let me tell you something. For all the ladies out there, if you don't want your wife touching the lighter, go get you one of those. I bet you that's a, and if you do touch it, you better start asking some other questions. I tell you that. If he touched that lighter, you better start asking your husband some other questions, dog. Oh shit! What's up, Johnny?
What happened last night, dog? What happened, bro? I thought Lillian, what happened last night? I have a mandatory to oblige, Lillian. Please keep preventing undisputed so we can protect our girlfriend, Anthony Joshua, over here. Please. Get the fuck out of here, you dud motherfuckers, dog. stupid fucking silly ass Matchroom Eddie Hearn fanboy faggot fucking cocksuckers, dog. What bro? Lillian, please be a crash dummy for my boy. Please be a crash dummy for Anthony. Me and Anthony are trying to have dinner right now. Pardon me, sir. Well, Lillian, please, Lillian. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Your boy got smashed by a 50-year-old shot Povetkin. Tell Anthony Joshua and Hearn to recover their fucking balls. Tell them to recover their fucking balls and sign up for that undisputed fight instead of sitting here fighting fucking Pulev and 500-pound Andy Ruiz's out there. Get the fuck out of my face, dog. Get out of my face, dog. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, Johnny boy, I guess that's your closing thoughts. Best of the best. Give me some closing thoughts, fam.
Man, hey, we need to get like we said, we got to get the undisputed. Hopefully, hopefully Eddie Hearn and Bob Arm, and they can sit down and they can work this shit out and get us this undisputed fight we want to see. Because I really think that Fury fighting Wilder again is a waste of motherfucking time for real too. But I mean, it is what it is. Whatever gonna go down. But yeah, I want to see the undisputed take place. That's basically it. D.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, dog. You're always welcome. Fam. Hey, boom.
No doubt.
Yeah, my bad. My damn baby got my phone, man, and kicked me off.
All right.
Hey, real quick, I want to say to you too, say to all y'all too, what's up with you, Johnny Boy and BT3? Wish y'all the best, man. I'll still be watching all y'all. Y'all take care and get up out of here.
Likewise, bro. Likewise.
All right, bro. Boom. Give me some closing thoughts, fam. I'm going to close it out.
Well, closing thoughts, man, it's just, Dillian White, is not the greatest skill set of a boxer. But he's a strong guy that's willing to get in there with anybody, and he deserves credit for that. Aside from everything else, Dillian White is hot garbage, and I understand that. So give credit to Alexander Povetkin, because a good percentage of people did not believe that Povetkin was going to win this fight based on his age and his previous performance against Michael Hunter. So give Alexander Povetkin his credit. We still can't say Dillian White is done until Povetkin beats him a second time, because the rematch clause is a part of this particular contract. So we have to wait and see how that will turn out. Now, if Povetkin beats White a second time, oh yeah, White is done. Done. Stick a fork in him. Stick about 2-3 forks in him. He's done. So I want to see how that goes. And we also want to see how they're going to deal with Povetkin if he does beat Dillian White a second time. Is he going to get his mandatory shot right away? Or will he have to wait a significant amount of days before he gets a chance to fight? So in closing, give fighters their credit when credit is due. Congratulations, Alexander Povetkin. Thank you, D, for having me. God bless.
Thank you, bro, for coming. Hey, boom. Before you go, I'm gonna give you a call as soon as I get out of here, bro. I wanted to call you yesterday, but I got tied up. I gotta talk to you about something.
For sure.
All right, fam. Yeah. All right, guys. So respect, Povet, and Frog King. You my man, dog. You a Fury fan? You my man all day long. Fury's my man, but let's be honest about Fury. Fury could do better. He could. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about as far as fighting and defending and stuff like that. Because he's not defended a title yet, Frog King. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? And what he does is he fights the best guy, but he doesn't really fight too well in between. And that's the fans' complaint. But outside, but that's cool. Yeah. Everything is cool there, but let's respect and give shout out to Alexander Povetkin, man. And for all of you guys that have channels who are fellow channel hosts and such, look, y'all put some videos out, give Povetkin some shine, because he's going to get lost in all of this, man. And that's my whole thing. I might do another live about Povetkin, like what's next for Povetkin. And, let's kind of keep the light on Povetkin some. Give this guy some shine for as long as he can get it, because it's going to be drowned out. A lot of talk is going to be about Dillian White. Could he have beaten Deontay Wilder? 4-belt undisputed. And a lot of what's going on with Povetkin now is going to be drowned out. So let's give Povetkin his shine. Respect Povetkin. That was my point for today, even though we talked about a whole lot of other stuff. The point is respect Povetkin. So I appreciate all you guys coming out. Y'all know I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.